since Chad isn't ready, we went live tonight, Saturday night. It's Saturday night special. The show, the premiere show on Rennavision, and the premiere show on Absolute Geek.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you. You're not wrong.
No, but we got a lot of fun stuff to do tonight. We got the Chad on, so
butt chugging.
He's butt chugging there, so we're 30 seconds in, so we can say butt chugging. So we got a lot of fun stuff for you. We've got reviews. We've got stuff that we're going to talk about. We got our top 5. We have movie reviews. So
reviews.
What is it?
The fuck is a moo review?
See, mine's better than yours. Mine is better than yours.
We're going to be looking at cows and deciding which one's is best.
And then you missed it, but Stumbling Jedi is ready to fuck.
Unprotected sex.
Is there any other kind?
That's one way to start a podcast, huh?
And on that, we lost 2 viewers, so sweet. So how's everybody doing tonight? It's Saturday. Saturday. Most of us have a 3-day weekend.
Super excited for my 3-day weekend. I am going to a wrestling event after the show tonight.
Is it Little People Wrestling?
No, that's next time. That's coming in November. No, this is called Party Hard Wrestling. They were featured on a Netflix show called Travels with My Father. It's a British guy and his dad travel the world, and one of their stops was here in Mesa at Party Hard Wrestling, and went and saw them about 2-3 years ago, and we're going back for their finale. This is their series finale.
I assume they put on a good show, otherwise you wouldn't be going back.
It's like being in a cartoon.
Oh God!
My two favorite crews were, there was a guy called Cereal, and Cereal has the abilities of whatever character is on the cereal box he wears on his head. And the night we were there, it was Count Chocula, so he was a vampire.
Dude, that's a S tier cereal right there.
Yeah, well, he was a murderer in the ring.
I was hoping it was cereal with a C and not cereal with an S. I'm very proud of that
cereal
guy.
It was cereal with a C.
I'm proud of that guy.
And my favorite, though, was the Bayside Besties. 2 guys. One of them is dressed like AC Slater. The other one's dressed like Zach Morris. And the Zach Morris character can time out. That's his power in the ring. He yells time out, everybody freezes, and then he can mess with everybody's position in the ring. I don't know if either of those guys is on the ticket tonight, but hopefully we get to see some similar cartoon antics.
That's awesome.
Sounds like an unfair advantage he has. Zach Morris has always been a manipulative dick.
Zach Morris is trash.
He's a fucking big old dick, dude. He's a manipulator. He's a fucking con artist. That needs bullshit. But he's still fucking pretty badass.
Yeah, well, it turns out all of those dick moves are really good in the ring.
Dick move, time out. What do you mean time out, bitch?
Can he move other? He can move people into position however he wants.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
69.
Everybody would be fucking right at crotch level.
Yeah, man.
You're just going to turn him into human centipede, Kyle? That would be your move?
Yep. He talked a girl into an eating disorder.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He tried to help Jessie when she was so excited.
Hey, man, but you know what? They got her off
caffeine
pills.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
They hooked her.
Wasn't she studying to get into college, and that's why she was taking those caffeine pills?
Yeah.
No, she was studying to get into that bed right behind you.
Dude, hey, yo, this is my backdrop. It's what I got tonight. It's what I got to work with.
Between Kyle's curtains and your backdrop, I'm feeling pretty good.
We're in the same
You're
room.
in the same room, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I am. I'm just in the sweet part by the couches.
This is where all the action does not go down.
Oh, yeah. Say it isn't so.
Unfortunately, it's true, man. This is a hotel room.
Chad, you look like you look like you're getting ready to announce the halftime show. What's going on?
Shit's going down tonight, boys. What we got on the 50-yard line is some good shit. Matt's going to bully me around. I'm going to try to score a touchdown or two, and we're going to call it a game.
Back to you, Matt.
I'm not bullying anybody around.
No, I bombed miserably on AGP last night, so I'm hoping I can redeem myself by not being an idiot tonight and being enhanced with alcohol.
You're already talking. You're more talkative than you were last night, so you're already doing exponentially better.
I appreciate
You don't look
that.
like a screensaver in the lower right-hand corner.
I appreciate
let's
that.
get that going.
Screensavers in our time, though.
Yeah.
And we're back.
We've had quite a few people on the show, Matt, over the past years that they would announce their name. They wouldn't say anything or move for 3 hours, and then they would say, "I'm so and so. I'll see you later."
Yeah. Or they tell you about how they have this awesome thing that they got to do and they want to talk about, and they get on the show and they're just like, "Hi," and then they don't tell you when you have to, like, when you're asking them about their thing, it's like pulling teeth, whether it be droid building or anything else. It's like pulling teeth.
That's going to be
That's
me
wild.
tonight.
See, most people just can't get me to shut up about dodgeball. I'm talking dodgeball all the time, and everyone's like, "That's enough. Can we stop with the dodgeball?" That's why I had to do Thresholds of Reality so I could talk about something else for change.
It's actually kind of funny that you talk about dodgeball as much as you do, because when I first moved to Knoxville, I worked like seasonal work. I was looking for just like a part-time gig to do like in the wintertime. And one of the options, and I actually went and talked to the people, was to be a dodgeball referee. And the person was like, "We'll pay you $10 an hour," or whatever they wanted to do. And they're like, basically you just have to babysit grown adults that are acting crazy. And so apparently it's been around forever, for a long time.
Yeah.
There's referees and shit.
Yeah. Not in my league, but yeah, there are.
No, I didn't take the job. I decided to do nothing.
Time well spent.
That's even better.
No, I should have, though. I'm sure dodgeball is badass.
Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Game. It's a child's game. So it really depends on how you play it. Most of the dodgeball leagues I have seen, they're not badass. It's just a bunch of people throwing foam balls at each other, and they're very sensitive about it.
Do you guys meet up at like a school, like a high school? Like, where do you guys do this?
Yeah,
at?
we're in an outdoor racquetball court. We used to play with volleyballs, but too many fingers got broken, so everyone whined and said, "Hey, let's get those foam balls." So now we're using foam balls too.
Oh yeah,
but at least it's in 100-degree weather, so there is some toughness required.
All right, enough of that shit. No, I'm just joking. So, Matt, what do we got first on the docket? I think we got some news to start off tonight, don't we?
I'm pretty sure we do.
I fucking hope so.
We're starting off tonight.
Wait, we gonna hit that intro?
News intro?
We hit that intro?
It didn't work. I hit it and it didn't work. All right, let's try it again. Ready? 3, 2. I think it didn't work because I hit it as I was trying to share the slide deck. So stupid thing.
Is this going to be about the news break about Abomination and his getting out of jail, and we're going to talk about fucking Shang-Chi and?
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. You were.
I thought we were going to talk about how Abomination has no junk.
that's also probably going to be a conversation to be had.
Now
He doesn't have any
Yeah.
junk.
He doesn't have no junk, man.
I gotta Google this.
He's gonna pleasure his 7 loves with absolutely nothing.
That's
First
it's a
up
cautionary
tonight,
tale.
Yes.
Warren
have-
Jeffs.
Whoa, I don't know AOA. I think Damian is best Robin, but Mcfarlane Toys reveals that Robin Tim Drake will be the newest
Thank you,
addition
Joe.
to the company's gold label collection. At first look at Drake's gold label figure was revealed on McFarlane Toys' social media accounts, including Twitter. The design features Tim's black, red, and gold Robin outfit, although not the Red Robin suit with the full cowl and his bow staff. The collectible will be available exclusively from Amazon.com.
I like it. I think it looks cool.
I don't know. He's making pucker face like he wants, like he's waiting for a kiss. I don't know.
Hey, Jedi, there's no fucking commenting on the chat when you're on the goddamn show.
Bro, I had to reread exactly what you just said because I blacked out when you were saying when I noticed Hartman was in here. I blacked out. So
The tetherball was the best, man. I loved tetherball.
Yeah, you and Hartman have a weird bond after last night, huh?
I'm not gonna comment in the fucking chat anymore. I'm not allowed to chat. I'm not allowed to type. Apparently, I get told what to do on here too.
You could
Yeah.
say out loud, "Oh fuck, Hartman is here."
I apologize. I didn't want to interrupt Matt.
Oh my gosh.
Why, what does it have to go back to me? I didn't even say anything.
I'm blaming you for everything tonight.
Jedi, just do what you want to do, man.
All right, I
Don't
appreciate
ask Matt
that.
for permission.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sam.
don't ask me for shit.
Thanks, Sam.
I just work here. Poorly, I might add.
Do you get a paycheck?
I wish I should. But
Did you see the new McFarlane Flash figure?
no, I haven't.
It looks like butthole.
Do you have a picture of it?
I'm trying to find a good one. The one that made it really truly look like butthole. So give me a second to find it. I'll look for the
Is it
crow
like a
one as
small
well.
little like butthole with a flash symbol?
Yes, it is. That is exactly it.
It's an anal bead with a flash symbol on it.
I gotta find that. Let me but I mean, you guys have been watching as these things have been coming out. I mean, what do you guys think? Because he's been talking about. He's shown off multiples of every. You know what I mean? What do you guys actually think?
I think, honestly, unless it's like a premiere figure, like the Spawn figures or some of the Batman stuff he's done, his basic DC figures, I feel like are the quality is going down exponentially on them. Like I feel like they're just phoning in the quality on these figures now, and the fact that it's a McFarlane doesn't really mean anything anymore.
Here, look, I'll bring up. Go ahead. Go
It's
ahead,
kind of
Jedi.
it's kind of a shame too that McFarlane's figures are going to go to shit because I can remember, I don't remember how many years ago, but I watched a video with him talking about, selling figures and how people were wondering how he got so good at selling figures. And it's like, I just fucking see a picture and I recreate, the picture recreates it and they look great. So McFarlane was selling badass toys for a long time. All his figures were nice. I don't know a lot about these, but I just know that Robin, in my opinion, looks like shit. And if this is the Flash one that I'm looking at on
Yeah.
Google, it looks like dog shit too. That's my opinion.
Let's see. So here's Superman, which is kind of
Taken over by Poison Ivy. What was the mustache?
That's kind of a badass toy.
Here's the
That
Flash.
last one.
All those toys look terrible, man.
they do. They look terrible.
Fucking Target toys, man. People go crazy for those.
I mean, it's hard to screw up Batman the animated series.
I think I mean, like,
The Joker dragon from Dark Knight's Death Metal is really cool looking, but Yeah. So okay, that's his upper lip. It looked like a mustache at first.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's super dope.
Yes. Is that that's not available right now though, is it?
These are coming up. Let's see. I tried to find it, but yeah.
That Batman the Animated Series figure makes it look like Batman skipped leg day.
Oh, he did.
Like,
Animated series, he did leg day.
Like this one, does it open up? This one is fucking
terrible.
Yeah, well said.
Right? That's just I don't know. As a Flash fan, I'm not digging it.
No.
Like it's just not there. You're right. I think he's just phoning it in.
It looks like they made a bunch of figures for that Power Rangers movie that came out a few years ago, and they just had a bunch of Red Ranger figures left over. So they're like, we're just gonna turn it into the Flash. It's kind of got like the same visor, got the same vibe. Just doesn't. Why is the Flash wearing a visor?
Because he does in that comic.
It's just terrible. It's looking like a terrible figure.
They're gonna sell out.
No. The Page Punchers. My local LCS has a ton of the Page Puncher stuff, so I don't see him selling out of nothing.
Dude.
That Flash down there is pretty bad. Look, that Batman, Superman, and Flash all right there are pretty bad. What the hell is that Black Adam?
I'll bring that up next. Oh, these are the 3-inch figures.
Dude, like, yeah, this is.
Yeah, check out his hand.
Why you have no mouth?
What?
Yeah.
You know what he's gonna be doing tonight? He's gonna be showing up at Jedi's hotel room. He's having a dream of skiing.
Oh, dude, please. Oh man, it's
Circle.
it's like Biodome, anatomically correct.
Yeah, he's in the perfect position for the stop, don't come in as he's getting caught.
So you can put one up like this, why it's like this.
Yeah.
I like that.
I told you not to come in, Mom, when I'm doing my room.
What's that from?
Mom, you gotta knock.
That's a scary movie.
Yeah, I'm cleaning my room.
Told you not to come in when I'm cleaning my room. Hartman says he's describing his girth.
Yeah.
My girth.
And then, okay, let me bring up.
Joe Doolin wants to know, does Flash come with a lady choke in action? It looks like he's ready to choke something. I don't know if it's necessarily a lady.
I think it's closer to a chicken, but
yeah.
But that's just
spank a monkey. Yeah, what is that?
That's fucking terrible.
He's cross-eyed.
Looks like his chin's falling off.
He's got a lazy eye or two.
Or two.
Yeah, man, that's not good.
He's got that hard, like Dracula Widow's Peak rocking.
Yeah, that's it looks like clay, dude. Like,
Eddie
what's that
Munster.
clay show?
He's got the plastic cape. They should have went old school and made it like a cloth cape. Those old school toys where you get the cloth cape on them.
Yes.
And he's it's not rare I'm going to get on Todd McFarlane a little bit, but dude's fucking phoning it in. And if he mirrored it after this cover,
it looks
he's tripping.
The dude's just stacking cheddar off these toys. What the fuck is that?
There was a time where McFarlane Toys was right up there with, like, maybe not on the same level as Hot Toys, because those are real exclusive and good toys, but like when you got a McFarlane figure, you saw McFarlane, it was a name that you're like, oh man, that's a badass figure, that's gonna be great quality. And just seems like ever since they started doing a lot of mass production of things and putting things in Walmart and and all that, their quality has definitely gone downhill. Their
You really
exclusive
start
stuff
to
like those
see it-
Spawn figures are really cool, but this stuff is just not good.
You really kind of saw it as the popularity of the Walking Dead toys.
Yeah.
You really saw it. Oh, poor Superman.
He's got the pants
His
suit
shirt's a
on.
little bit smaller.
Yo, man. He does have the pantsuit. Little jumper.
Yeah.
Poor Superman. I hate to say it, but
How's he take a shit? Buttons. I bet there's buttons, dude.
on the toilet like everybody else.
In the
Wait.
air over your house, and he just drops it like a Boeing bomb, like a plane.
He gives it a super squeeze.
I don't remember Clark Kent ever dropping a load. I don't think it's ever been addressed on TV show. Nothing.
I
Never walked out of the bathroom. Nothing.
Dude, what
leave
happened
that
right
up to your
here?
imagination. They're stumbling.
Why he has no ear?
Look at that chin.
Yo.
Just that. Look at that chin. He is ready to chin out Lois Lane. Ready to get chinned deep in it.
That makes up for his girth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Clear place to sit on my face.
Joe's Doolin wants to know, does Constantine come with a cigarette?
Let's see.
Comes with a vape pen.
Hey, it's 2022, man. Who the fuck smokes cigarettes?
Right.
What do you think, Sam? Do you collect toys at all? Do you look at toys? Are you into toys?
I got some toys, but mostly
I'm so glad that they provided you with the rip in the jeans.
No cigarettes. It
Mostly
looks like though.
anime
Look
stuff.
at that! Look at that first
Yeah, hell yeah. What's that
figure.
from?
One
From
Piece.
Dude,
I'm scared of One Piece.
You're scared
look at that first. Look at that
That's
index
a-
figure.
That's a commitment.
That's a big old digit, man. That's
It's
where
a
he's ready to
commitment. You're scared of
he's
it.
ready to finger justice.
Very. It looks like Shehulk. Like during Shehulk, her hands are all huge, and that's exactly what I thought of when I saw that. I was like, oh, that looks like
Oh,
a
dude, I
She-Hulk
love
finger.
that. I love that Liam Neeson as Superman right there.
When I meet Todd McFarlane again, I'm going to be like, Todd, you need to quit phoning in your toys, bro,
And sign my book.
and then sign my book. So, let's see what we got here. Dude, those index fingers are fucking massive. Dude,
He's got to get his finger banging action up to snuff, man.
good for him.
He's got, what is that, carpal tunnel where your hands are all messed up? Been working too hard.
But I just, dude,
AJ Hawk hands.
he's phoning it in.
All deformed fingers.
I'm gonna have a talk with fucking Todd. Look at that, dude.
Dude, it's like half the size of his leg.
It looks like an uncircumcised dong, man. It really does.
Hang on.
So,
Harbor says carpool tunnels are my favorite.
oh yeah, you get home from work faster at the carpool tunnel. All right, so that was my. I'm glad you guys all feel the same way that I do about McFarlane's shitty new line of toys.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Then next we have
get the-
Jared Leto, right? Yes.
Yeah, let me get this back up here. DC Comics just took a hilarious shot at Jared Leto's Joker. That's the latest issue of Harley Quinn, the animated series tie-in comic. In the story, two Jokers. The mayor Joker from the animated universe meets his own three Jokers-esque clown. His college friend is someone the Joker isn't keen on meeting again, as the comedian considers the clown tacky and unfunny. After the pair fight later in the issue, the two reminisce about the picture of the three Jokers, including a joke at Jared Leto's Joker's expense. as he sits between them with a twisted tattoo on his forehead, as you can kind of see up here in the first panel.
Frat boy Joker.
Yes.
I think it's funny that they did that. I hope my buddy Jared takes it in stride and just.
Did you text him and ask him?
I'm going to. Oh, I'll text him right now.
Hit him up on WhatsApp.
He texts me all the time, so let's. I'll jump on here right now. Let's see, Jared. Jared Leto.
He's a creepy dude, man.
Why do you say that?
I just get like this weird vibe. When I see any like type of YouTube videos with Jared Leto, in particular, I saw one where he was getting a haircut from a guy, and I don't know, I just get a creepy vibe from Jared Leto. I know he's a great actor.
I know what it is. It's Morbin time. You're getting morbed by Jared Leto.
He's kind of creepy, man.
You're getting the morbs. You're getting the morbs from him.
Okay, I just texted him.
Does it say received?
So don't worry, everybody. I'm going to address the hard-hitting questions. I've texted Jared. Hopefully he texts me back because we are old friends.
It looks like you guys have had a long chat history when you showed us that. So, been a while?
It's been a minute.
Kyle doesn't have to divulge the ins and outs of his relationships here on the chat.
My apologies again.
So, I do know Jared Leto. He is a buddy of mine. He gets the long hair look because I said, when you guys filmed one of your videos and you had that short black hair, I was like, you know what you really need to do, Jared? He's like, what, Kyle? What should I do? And I was like, sit down. I'm going to talk to you. I was like, you need to go with the blondish. You need to grow it back out. Grow it out long. So you've got more of that Jesus look. You grow your beard out. And he was like, you really think so, Kyle? And I was like, dude, would I lead you astray, Jared? He's like, you never have. I said, so why would I start now? He's like, you're right, Kyle. I'm going to do it. And I was like, and look what happened.
Leading roles all the time.
So you're welcome, Jared Leto, for the bit of advice that I had given you. I'm glad that you have propelled into awesome roles, and you're welcome. And just, send me them concert tickets next time you come through.
Yeah.
So the real hard-hitting part of the news segment that I wanted to talk about was
the fact that you are the reason that Jared Leto won a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. You talked him into that role.
So when he was thinking about getting that role, he called me, and he was like, "Kyle, I'm getting this role where I have to get really skinny, and I'm going to be, dressing up like a woman and stuff, and I'm going to be with Matthew McConaughey." He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, "Dude, all right, dude. I'm gonna give you some advice right now." I was like, "Do it, man." He's like, "You think so?" I was like, "Dude, I'm telling you, man. You were born to do something like this. You're gonna win an award." He's like, "You really think I am?" And I'm like, "Dude, how can you not? You're Jared fucking Leto."
Right.
And he was like, "You know what, Kyle, you're right." I was like, "Why do I always have to tell you that I will never lead you astray?"
Right.
And that's what he said. Right.
Right.
And he's like, "All right, I'm going to do it." I was like, just dive into it, man. And fucking truly just let this role like totally engulf you. And let your method acting truly shows what you got. And he's like,
yes.
So he called Matthew after that, and Matthew was like, all right.
McConaughey didn't have a shirt on. I've heard this story before. He did not have a shirt on when he answered the phone.
And since Matthew McConaughey does not wear deodorant, we could totally smell him through the phone. which is all right because I thoroughly enjoyed his Musk. So it was all right.
All right, and all right.
All right.
That's what I love about them high school girls, man.
I was actually thinking about that today. I was driving by somewhere. I was like, I keep getting older and they keep staying the same age.
Well, that's because the funny story is you got to let people in on is that Kyle is very like popular in the movie circles. Like some of the best lines Kyle's responsible for. Like him and Matthew McConaughey were just having a talk one day, and he said that line in high school that high school girls, I keep getting older and they stay the same age, and Matthew McConaughey improvised that. And then even Forrest Gump, Kyle, during monsoon season, Kyle's walking outside with Tom Hanks, and he's like, man, it's raining some big old fat rain. And he used that in Forrest Gump. So there's a lot of lines in movies that Kyle is directly responsible for.
And that is why.
I'm not an attention-seeking guy. So I tell them there's no need to credit me for it. I want you to succeed. And I'm going to do everything I can to help you succeed. I like being the guy behind the curtain that helps give people a push. Like Sam. I'm the guy behind the curtain giving him a push to talk about something besides dodgeball.
Except for you're on camera too, Kyle.
Oh, I'm giving you the push underneath the table.
But Kyle sits there, leaned back, arms crossed, disapproving, like he's just waiting for you to, make your mark. He's making sure that you're hitting all the high notes.
Hey,
I want to make you shine. I'm helping you. This is what I do in the movie world as well. So,
have any of you guys read McConaughey's book Green Lights?
No.
It's really good. That guy has an interesting story of how he actually got into film and like the stuff that he went through. I recommend the audiobook, because he narrates it and he just sounds odd fucking
sexy.
Yes.
Yes, BK Kyle is the Bill Finger of screenwritings.
It's a really good book / audiobook. That guy's got a crazy history. He comes from a ton of money anyways, so
this is the when I was sitting here and talking about planning the show this week, this news article came up. And it was Thanos is rising in popularity with baby names. And I was
but all right.
I'm just going in the order of the outline, my friend. I'm sorry about that.
You're jumping ahead of the outline too.
I'll push you after the show about that.
All right.
But I couldn't get over this when you think of Thanos, you're like, yeah, it's badass, but do you really want a screaming kid in Red Robin as they're screaming, Thanos, be quiet. There's people here. Is that really what you want?
Absolutely. Yeah,
it's just terrible name.
It's just like Thor is becoming popular.
It's a popular one too.
Thor has been around for ages.
But I mean, that's not the only comic book name that's becoming massive. Quill is becoming good, large. What else? Kristoff, Ray, Aladdin, Belle, Simba, Olaf. Like all these Disney movie names are like massive. It's like during the pandemic, people just did nothing but binge Disney Plus and bang. And so they were like, well, like people that name their kids after the state they were conceived in. It's like, all right, well, we're going to name you after the character that was on screen when we banged out. So you're now Thanos. So you're now Peter Quill, or you're now Aladdin.
Groot, get over here.
Yeah, Groot, get over here.
Did you? Dude, I named my wife Levi because I got in my wife's jeans. Hey.
And, thanks for coming, Stumbling Jedi. You're a terrible ass joke.
No.
But
sorry, sir.
Because I got her jeans.
I apologize.
I apologize facetiously.
I mean, if it I've told this story back in the day. Is I was going through the baby name book when we found out that we were pregnant. We weren't pregnant. She was pregnant. I was just hanging out. We going through baby names, and I had found the perfect baby name for my daughter that I still think to this day is perfect. And it was Ding Bang. And I was like, that's perfect. Ding Bang, get over here. I mean, like, dude, it just works. You nickname?
Listen, I get removed, but Kyle doesn't get removed for that. What the fuck?
Because that's a real story. I've heard it before. His wife has confirmed it to my face. That is a real thing.
No.
Yes.
What would her middle name be? Oh fuck, dude.
Yep.
So every time you're throwing up the next morning after a hard night of drinking, you're just gonna hear, "Yeah, Dad."
Why?
Yeah, Dad.
It was the number. I can't remember what country it was now, but it was the number one name in that country.
It could have been in Chad.
Probably Thailand.
It wasn't Thailand. It was somewhere. I think it was somewhere in Africa. But I mean, Ding Bang. I mean, that's it, dude. Like, Ding Bang. Are you here? Present. Like, I mean, so, but I mean, like, Thanos.
I did meet a guy named Thor. Sorry, Sam.
I'm not really one to talk. I named all my kids after TV shows. My oldest daughter's name is Piper after Charmed, one of the characters in Charmed. I have a daughter named Odessa after Odessa, Texas, from Heroes. My middle son's name is Ace from One Piece. That was before I knew Ace was going to die. Ramona and Beezus. Dean Winchester from Supernatural. All my kids have names.
Those solid names, though. They're unique.
I really wanted to name my son before we picked his name. Like, Loki was the front runner. Like, I was like hell bent on it for months. It's gonna be Loki. You know, nobody's like, "Do you really want your kid to go to school called Loki?" Fuck yeah. Badass is that? You get in trouble, you can just say, "I'm named after the god of mischief." Come on. Like,
what'd you expect?
It was more
Marvel
geared
Loki
towards,
or Matt Damon Loki.
It was geared towards more.
Well, Matt Damon Loki is a Marvel Loki.
Wow. He was Loki before it was cool.
Yeah.
I low key agree with you.
AOA Big Bang Theory is one of Sam's kids.
No, I would never. No. Have you guys ever watched that show without the laugh track on it? It's depressing.
It's not a laugh track. It's a live studio audience.
Nobody's laughing for real at those jokes.
I am. Every fucking day. I'll
You
get
like
into
you like Big Bang Theory?
But what?
You like Big Bang? Well, yeah.
Dude, I fucking love it. Like, I watch it every day. There's not a
just
day
wait
that
till we
goes
get to
by
the
that
top
I don't
fives.
watch it.
I digress.
Dude, it's. But the reason that it's a live studio audience because I always tried. I tried so hard because you know how you could get tickets to go be parts of studio audiences.
Sure.
Years, season after season after season, I try to get tickets to Big Bang Theory. Like when it would open up to get tickets for Big Bang Theory, site would crash. So many people trying to get tickets to go be part of the studio audience.
Oh wow!
Because it's fucking funny. They are awesome in the first season. So, but not hilarious.
Only the first season, huh?
Well, that's when they started. Like, she got more famous. They started covering them up a little bit. They weren't pushing them up as much, and you know, she did get a boot job coming into acting, and like it was like she got a lot of shit for it, and I think it helped her personally.
It helped her acting.
I think so.
her
Especially in the
enhancement
first season
kit.
of Big Bang, it made her. I mean, like I was glued. Yeah, so,
All right.
Speaking of boobs,
Uh-oh.
have you guys? Do you guys know? I can't. I'm gonna mess up her name completely. I'm gonna chop it up. Milana Weintraub, the AT&T
Milena
girl.
Vaintrub. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know her name. Somebody just told me to start paying attention to the AT&T commercials, and now every time, dude, every time I see her and then I Googled her name, this was just within the past week. Someone told me to pay attention to that. I'm like, what the marketing are they doing?
But since she's gotten so much flack and the way she is on Twitter, that's why if you notice, if you look at old AT&T commercials and newer AT&T commercials, her shirts have slowly gotten baggier.
Really?
She was going to be Squirrel Girl.
I made a petition to try to keep her as Squirrel Girl and get the show on the air.
Through whitehouse.org?
I did it live on MCM. I
How'd that work out
all
for you?
18 of you that signed my petition.
You gotta send me a link, man. I would have been 19.
Yeah, I did it live on the show, man. I went on petition.org and had a petition to bring back Squirrel Girl because when we had talked about those pictures, she was just smoking hot. You know,
She is.
Kyle, you might be a furry, man.
she actually got her start on Rules of Dating My Teenage Daughter, and then she went to Charmed.
Kyle was there for it all. He knows.
I'm a Kaylee fan.
Dude,
I've watched her grow up. We're friends.
at the end of the
Now she's
credits, there's
Harley
always
Quinn.
like a special thanks. Kyle Stinson is always on this.
No, I tell you, no, I don't want any thanks. I just
Zero
try to
credit.
help people propel.
He's
So
just
when-
the man behind the curtain. He is
so when
the
Kaylee called
great and
me
powerful
about-
Oz.
When Kaylee called me and said, I don't know, I'm thinking about doing this show called Big Bang Theory. I was like, Kaylee.
Here we go. Here we go.
But so I know I skipped over something. What did I skip over, Matt?
Oh, now you want to go back, huh? DC admits Reverse Flash is his name makes no sense, and they even made fun of it.
She's also going to be in that new Office movie
Are we still talking about Kid? We're going back.
on Comedy Central. FYI, everybody. Okay, so when she called me about the AT&T, no, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Reverse Flash. It doesn't make any sense.
Kyle,
Yeah,
why are you on
basically-
Verizon's network?
I don't know. I have AT&T.
That's the reason I have AT&T. No, I'm just joking.
Same.
So go ahead, Matt.
I was say so. Basically, the reason Eobard Thawne wants to be better than Flash in every single way, so he chose the name Reverse Flash, and to kind of put that flag in the ground about his relationship with Barry and
BK, that's how I
he
got
views
her
his role
autograph.
model. And basically, DC just made fun of it, saying that there's even the signs of Flash battling somebody called the Reverse Flash. I'm so uncomfortable with all this speed talk that I hate to spend time pointing out that if he's Reverse Flash, he should be super slow. Because yes, the reverse of speed is being super slow. So it absolutely makes no sense, and it's funny that it took this long for them to finally point out that his name is stupid.
Yes, I agree with Hartman.
They should have gone with
Well played,
Thanos.
DC.
They should have went with Flashy McFlasherson, or faster than the Flash, or faster than Fast Flash, or
Flashy McFlasherson the Third,
there you go.
Esquire, because I'm going to make him a lawyer. like my car's a lawyer.
I gotta ask you about your car.
Oh,
How is Lucille doing?
dude, she's
She
coming
looking
along.
good?
She's coming along. She's doing good. I'm getting super close to paint.
You guys just went through a monsoon, right, in Phoenix?
Still going through it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
like every day.
Yeah, we've been going through. Yeah, we're in our monsoon season right now.
It's
Any
just
more
about
leaks or anything like that?
Nope, got them all fixed. They're all
All
done.
all the seals are done.
Yep, seals. Lucille seals are sealed.
You sealed up tight.
It's just nice and tight. For an old
You got-
lady. She's
Is there
tight.
you got carpet in it, or did you have to take all that out? Or
I got it out, dried it, put it back in. I had to take all the padding and all that out. I had to redo all that, and I had to. It was a mess. There was so much. There was probably like this much water at the bottom of my car, dude. I was
gosh. Fun project though, I'm sure. Sorry to go off on a sidebar, but I at least had to get an update on it.
Oh, she's getting really close. I call her Lucille. My wife calls her greedy bitch.
They are, man. They are.
She's a greedy bitch.
Yeah. They need all your time, attention, and money.
But she's doing good, man. I just got the dope light in the car to work. And so when I open the doors now at night, the dope light comes on so I can actually see when I put the key in. I got a lot of the body work done. I got, she's running great, man.
Did you do any of the body work, or did you sub it out? Did you have somebody do it?
I had somebody do it, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It looks great. I'll be, it's almost Volkswagen driving season here
Yep.
in Phoenix. AOA, it is not a Volkswagen bus. It is a 1970 Type 3 fastback. So
You have to post more pictures of it on Instagram. Blow it up, because that thing's badass.
I lowered it.
Really?
Yeah, so I lowered it.
Original wheels?
Yeah, so the cool
Right.
thing about now that we're a mechanic show right now, the cool thing about the suspension of the Type 3s is they're built to lower and raise. They're built to do it.
They just you got a special tool that clicks them.
There's a thing, and you take it apart and you mark it and you move it back or forward, and you put it back together, and it. Yes, sir. Air cooled. Hi, Nathan. It's air cooled. Let me see. Let me bring up a picture so that actually people are.
My apologies.
No,
take us on take us on a rabbit hole.
No. It's fine. I don't mind talking about Lucille. You don't have to cut the springs on. So like Type 1s and bugs and stuff, there's something else that you could buy to lower it. But the Type 3s, like I said, they are built to lower. So I lowered the front of it about 2 inches. So
cruising around. I can see you cruising around Bell Road, just chilling.
Yes, they are odd cool. The cool thing about those are, so that was at the time that like muscle cars were starting to become really big. So what they did on a lot of the Type 3s is they put racing stripes on them, and they gave them an automatic transmission. It's one of the first Volkswagens that they put a true automatic transmission in. So it's got an actual automatic. And what they did was they changed it and they did the way, so they take instead of an upright engine, they put it flat as a pancake. So it has 2 trunks. It's got a front trunk and a back trunk.
So do some women.
But no, this is like, I've talked about it before on other shows. This is like, this has been my goal. Like, I've wanted one of these my whole life. So,
yeah, it's badass. It's badass.
I was going to bring up a couple pictures just to show So, Hitler did not invent the Volkswagen. They got somebody else to do it, but Hitler was kind of like the funder of it. And then when the America came in and British actually took over Volkswagen during the war and then gave it back, and then they started doing it. So it's not actually. So like when you see those memes of like, you'll see the memes of like, I'm the inventor of Toyota. I'm the inventor of Honda. And you say, I'm the inventor of Volkswagen. You see somebody looking away. But so like the number one, here's the thing for everybody, since we're losing everybody. The number one part that VW makes, do you know what it is?
The part?
There's a number one part that is produced by Volkswagen.
I don't know. Wiring harness?
They have their own sausage that they used to feed the workers with, and they gave it its own part number, and it's the most produced Volkswagen part because they also make sausages to eat.
That's crazy. I've worked at a Volkswagen plant.
How's the sausage?
I didn't have the sausage. We were forced to stay on. I won't go down a rabbit hole on this, but
That's
were
what I'm
forced
looking
to
for right now, Nathan. Hi, Nathan. Go ahead, keep talking.
No, man, a Carmagia, dude. Yes.
I'm looking for a 69 Carmagia now. Hail, Kyle. Yes, that is correct.
Sorry to go off on cars.
You lose a lot of those with the Volkswagen. That is the key Volkswagen lost tool. But okay, enough. So enough of that. But no, I love my car. It's almost, we're like a month away from Volkswagen driving season here in Arizona.
Hell yeah.
No air conditioning in them, and it's pretty much a metal shell that's hot as balls. So get us back on track, Matt.
Yeah, sorry.
Marvel Studios evidently has big plans for Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova, Black Widow, with the fan favorite Russian spy reportedly set to lead the MCU's Thunderbolts movie. So where everyone thought it was going to be Wyatt Russell's U.S. Patriot, it's going to be Yelena Belova's Black Widow instead. So her White Widow.
Zach Braff's an idiot for breaking up with her.
Zach Braff was dating Florence Pugh?
He was, yes.
Yeah. He's a fucking idiot.
Maybe it wasn't his choice.
Yes. Right here. Thank you, Wei. So, yep. Original part. But yeah, he's a fucking moron. Like, you know who else is a moron? It's fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, they hit a certain age, he's like
25.
25. Didn't he put out something that said it's a bummer you're 25 but beautiful? So like
he said that. He said that. Leonardo DiCaprio said that.
I thought he did. I read it somewhere. No,
there was just an article.
Yeah, there's an article I read.
Somebody posted about him, about all the girls he's dated. Like just within the past 48 hours, I saw some like headline article about him and dating women, famous women.
Yeah, they put together an infographic.
Did you see it?
Yeah, showing all of the women he's dated and the age that he dumped them. And he has never dated anybody older than the age of 25.
So
lucky.
When Leo and I sat down, he was like, Kyle, what do you think my age limit should be? I'm like, dude, 25. After 25, it's downhill. So, no.
See, I heard a different story. I heard when he was in growing pains, he came to you and said, dude, I just pulled a 25-year-old. And then you told him, don't ever go over that age. That's the perfect age. You never try to pull anyone over 25.
That's right. I forgot he's come to me twice. You're right. Growing pains is first.
So. And then Alan Thicke came to Kyle and was like, how old should I date? And Kyle was like, 25. Didn't you just hear what I said to Leo?
I mean, that's what I'm working on right now.
And then Kurt Cameron came to Kyle too, and Kyle was just like, Jesus. And Kurt was like, you nailed it.
Right.
That's where I gotta go. You're right.
But I only said Jesus because I was tired of people asking me, Jesus, Cameron. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna fucking Jesus it is. I was like, fuck
and
it,
I'm gonna tell my sister.
Fuck it. Go for it. Have fun.
He did catch some backlash though when the actress that played Carol came to him and was like, and knocked on his door, and Kyle's like, "Man, I feel a little bloated. I had a big lunch. I should stop eating." And she developed an eating disorder because of Kyle.
That's a shame, man.
You
How
have to
dare you?
finish
How
everything
dare
on your
you?
plate.
And then throw it up.
But like I
That
said,
took a dark turn.
It did. There's many things in Hollywood that Kyle is responsible for. So the more you know. Wikipedia. Look it up on Kyle's Wikipedia page.
The only thing I'm not responsible for is anything that what's his name?
That guy.
Assault wise.
Oh, Henry or Harry Weinstein?
I had nothing to do
Harvey
with
Weinstein?
Harvey, whatever the fuck his name is. Dude, hey, what about my last night with the I forgot about last night. I mispronounced the actor's name.
Oh, dude, if you didn't watch Absolute Geek last night, you gotta go back because this man right here starts talking about how this dude he works with met Willem Dafoe.
William.
He kept calling him William, but how he met Willem Dafoe in a hotel room in Minnesota.
No. Hotel lobby.
Sorry, hotel lobby in Minnesota. And when he shares the pictures, doesn't even look close to Willem Dafoe.
Let's see him.
What was the guy's name? I don't remember the guy. I don't remember the actor's name. Who it really was?
I don't remember either.
So
but
The
it
guy
was-
from Alien, though. The guy from Alien.
Was it Willem Dafoe? Was it Willie Dafoe?
That's why I said William, is because it wasn't Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe.
he kept calling him. No, don't even try and save it now, because you got ripped last night because you couldn't pronounce his name. You're gonna try and save it
Harmon
now.
said it was really Will Smith.
Matt's a bully.
I'm not a bully. I'm just keeping you honest, sir. Here, I got the picture pulled up right here from
Yeah, that's it.
what he
It's
sent
the,
last night.
Oh, yeah. He was on
Which one do you
Alien.
think is Willem Dafoe?
the guy in the front, dude, with the red
Old white
shirt.
guy.
Kind of looks like him.
It kind of does look like him. It was a mistaken identity. It happens all the time. What was that guy's name though?
I don't know, but
No,
it's
let's
not
find
Willem
his name.
Dafoe.
No, you're right. It's not. What's that guy's name?
Is that you in the white shirt?
Me?
After a long day of work?
Dude, I hadn't had water in fucking 5 days.
It looks like it.
Lance Henriksen.
John Malkovich. That's right, Herman. Who gets a peace sign like that?
A unique generation.
Who is Lance Hendrickson?
He was an Alien. He's been in several things. They just met him at the
Old guy
hotel
or the
bar.
guy that
They
was
met him at
front?
the old guy.
Oh,
The guy in the front's just a dude that I know. Both those guys. They were just at a hotel bar hanging out, like having glasses of wine, and next thing you know, they're like, "Oh, we know this guy. You know, he looks familiar." And sure enough, they hit it off, started talking. He must not be worth a lot of money because those guys weren't staying in a nice hotel.
hey man,
You know what I mean?
I've learned
He's
something.
not
about
getting a
people
lot of
who are
roles
rich.
these days.
I would imagine not.
You do things cheap, and that's how you keep your money.
Dude, yes. The most wealthy guys that I know are the cheapest guys that I know.
Like
You don't know
when I
a
used
lot
to
of
do
those guys.
when I used to do
I don't know, man.
construction, I would do a lot of these huge multi-million-dollar custom homes for these rich people, right? And we would bring our own snacks and stuff throughout the day, you know, to snack on stuff and eat. And like I would set down my bag of snacks and I'd look over and the guy's hiding in the corner eating my fucking snacks. I'm like, dude. Or they wait till the, you know, you're done eating the pizza or whatever that we had, and they'd be over there like eating the crust and shit. What the fuck is that noise?
Oh, no. Sorry about that.
And it's all good, Sam. And I would be like, and yeah, you know, hey man, I'm gonna bring you guys some beer, and they would bring like the holiday 4-packer.
Yeah.
Dude, there's 9 of us.
It's like no expenses spared in some part of their life, but in another part, they're exuberantly cheap.
Yes.
I respect it. I mean, just make sure and pay the lady and tip the waiter.
Tip your bartenders on the way out.
Totally. You got to tip them heavy. That way they remember you next time.
Hartman says he met the Joker, but it was just a guy dressed up like the Joker. Okay, so on to that. I think we've got some pretty cool stuff to talk about with our movie review segment. The first thing I'd like to talk about is something that I was actually talking about with our buddy Hartman. Dude, I am so excited for this Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. Like, this is gonna be fucking awesome. And it's did any of you guys watch this trailer yet?
Yes.
What did you think?
I have not.
I think this is exactly the kind of thing that Disney was trying to prevent with all of its copyright extension lobbying
Public
that it's been
domain
doing
stuff.
over the last 100 years.
Dude, this is going to be a cult fucking classic. End of story. End of story. I mean, dude, people are so excited about this movie. They filmed it in 10 days. Tell me it's not going to be a banger. Dude. But this is going to be a cult classic, dude. Like, the fucking Pooh and Piglet go on a rampage because fucking Christopher Robin abandons them and stop giving them food. And they get pissed. They go on a fucking murdering rampage. Holy shit, that's awesome.
I got to look up the budget for this.
It's about $18, and it's fucking worth every penny that they put into it.
I'm going to give them 36.
It's whatever their phone bill was that month.
Right. This is the time that Do You Pooh books are going to skyrocket now.
I've never even heard of this, so I'm hearing it fresh off the press from this show.
It looks like pure nightmare fuel.
It's going to be badass.
You know, it might be worth the copyright strike to play the fucking to play the trailer.
No, let's not.
I think if you play it with no audio and we're talking over it, you won't get a copyright strike.
Let's do it.
I thought if you reviewed something, you could show a trailer. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, we've gotten so many copyright strikes because of doing that.
But I thought if you did, that they wouldn't copyright strike you if you were actually using it for a legitimate review.
So
hell yeah!
This is going to be so awesome.
Is that Michael
That's
Cera? Is Christopher Robin?
Yeah, that's Christopher Robin.
Dude,
And they come back to the 100-acre wood, and they find the empty honey pots.
Are empty, bitches. They're fucking empty.
Eeyore's dead.
I love the comment. I love the commentary, Sam. So you're making sure that, like, maybe they.
Dude, have been abandoned by Christopher Robin. And
Christopher Robin's looking around.
Oh, yo, that's creepy as shit.
Dude, it's gonna be the best, dude.
That's creepy.
It's gonna be the best, man. He's like, I grew up.
Then the sorority comes out. They're checking it
Hot
out.
Girl Summer.
Loving it. Loving it.
Oh, yo, she had a visit from the Ether Bunny.
Dude, he did.
The Ether Bunny.
Dude, this is, dude.
He just wants to tell you about your Lord and Savior.
Yo, this looks creepy as shit.
Dude, Winnie the Pooh with a sledgehammer. Dude, I mean, dude, this is.
That's terrible. Hold on. Let's.
Dude.
No, it had the mask. You can see the fucking mask.
Yeah, look at that terrible makeup, dude.
So
You can
awesome.
see it coming off of her eye.
This is gonna be great.
I'm telling you, man, this is gonna be the greatest movie
Yes.
to hit the
Plump.
fucking small
You
screen
can
ever.
see the fucking mask.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Everything about it is awesome.
Horror movies get a bad rap, man. They don't have big budgets, like obviously like the big names, Halloween's, but this is a low budget horror film. It's gonna be badass.
Yes,
Like the Leprechaun, old movies like that.
dude.
I'm in. I'll go see it every night for a week.
Dude, I'm all in.
Yes.
Dude, I'm all in for this. I'm so excited for this.
Yes.
This is great. This is, and sorry, Rennavision, if you get a copyright, Pete, fucking fight it. I don't give a shit.
We reviewed it. There's no audio. Like, I don't know.
Dude,
That was wonderful.
it was. Tell
Damn,
me,
bro.
tell me,
Sam's
Sam
hilarious,
still doesn't
dude.
want to see the movie. I can see it in his face. He's already written this movie off.
You think so?
I have no idea.
Sounds like
What
the
do you think,
perfect
Sarah?
movie.
I'm not gonna go see it.
Sounds like the perfect movie for a movie mechanic episode.
Yeah, maybe we could
Dude.
mechanic that.
No way, dude. It's gonna be everything about it's gonna be perfect. There's nothing to be changed. It's gonna be great.
What if MST3K did it and they were just like sitting there poking fun at like all the shitty ass? It'd be great.
Smucker's Red Raspberry Preserves.
Better.
Carol Harmon says they can make it better with a bear human sex scene.
Hey, speaking
they
of
did it.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Hey,
they did it in Howard the Duck. What's the difference?
The Revenant.
you misspelled bear though. It's supposed to be Bare. It's that with their bear. Bear.
Baron it raw dog. Raw pig. Or if it would be all curly like a pig, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So, yep, you're right there.
I will
Bear-
never be invited
Bear
back
Bear.
on this show again. I have a feeling.
So the next trailer that we're going to talk about, the next thing is the fucking Weird Al movie. This
Now
is
we're
another
talking.
movie I am super excited for, and I'd love it that you watch the trailer, and you're like, it's like a mockumentary biop. Was it a biop? That's not a biopsy, but what is it? It's a
Biopic.
Biopic,
Is that what it is? A biopic when they do it on
biography.
a
Biographical picture. Yeah, biopic.
biopic? I think it's it's a Wheeze in the Juice movie. It's biopic.
That's, it's a sequel to
Using the
Biodome.
juice.
But did everybody watch the trailer? That just came out?
Yeah. Did you see the Weird Al cameo? Did you find the Weird Al cameo?
Yeah, he's in there clapping. Him and his wife. They're in the audience. This is. Go ahead. Say what?
There's another scene. There's another cameo where he's in an office, and Weird Al is the guy at the desk, and there's a Weird Al photo on the bookshelf behind him.
I just like it's not a true. What happened?
Sorry, I didn't mean to remove it. Not bad.
They
What fuck do?
I don't know. He's slacking over there. I don't know what he's doing. So like,
There he is.
it's cool. It's not like a weird. It's like, it's satire. It's a satire. It's not even really about his life. That's what makes it awesome. It's satire. Like he doesn't bang Madonna. Madonna doesn't get him hooked on drugs. Like he never met Madonna in real life.
It's a Weird Al version of Weird Al's life.
It's so awesome. If we don't play that trailer with sound, we shouldn't get like
You want to go? You want to go for
You're
two for
playing. You're
two,
playing
huh?
with fire, Kyle.
He's dancing. I like it a lot.
I mean, let's do it, man. Let's if people that are listening right now in our chat,
That's Weird Al.
Whoa.
dude, Harry Potter is fucking Weird Al. It's awesome.
Oh,
That's Weird Al
That is
right
Weird
there.
Al.
Yeah, that's Weird Al. I love it that that scene where they're like, he's like, I want to make like, I like that he gets arrested for being at a polka party. And his parents, the police bring him back because he was at a polka party. It's so awesome. Like that's great. Yeah, right here. Yep. Marco calls it 10, 9, 8. Like the scene right here, they're like, he looks down at the bologna. And he's like, bye, bologna.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I'm like, I don't know, like, what the fuck is Roku? I don't know what Roku is, but whatever it is, I'm gonna have to get it to watch this.
it's like a little streaming deal. You plug into your TV. I have one at my shop, and I didn't know what it was either. It's So I was gonna ask, like, so if it's a Roku original, is it only coming out on Roku devices?
No,
Like, how does that
they
work?
have their own channel.
Roku has their own
own
content.
channel. Yeah.
Okay.
But I like Rainn Wilson as Dr. Demento.
You know, his best role is still Galaxy Quest.
I don't know. I like him in The Rocker, man.
He's pretty good in that too. He's pretty good. He's
And
you
Areas
can
of
make a parody of my
Madonna.
song
What?
yeah.
version. Yeah, but I've had a lot of sex.
And she just admitted to being a sex addict just recently. Well, she's admitted that forever, but there was just an article posted about it. She regrets marriage and she's just addicted to sex.
Yeah, who is it?
Why
Back
can't
it up
I
a
meet?
little
Why
bit.
can't I meet girls like that?
Back it up to where he's got it not where he doesn't have a shirt on earlier. Harry Potter.
Right here.
He's ripped, dude. I gotta commend Harry Potter, dude. He's really committed, man. He knew he was gonna have a shirt on.
He did literally
Dude.
100 push-ups a day.
Dude,
Getting swole.
I love he's all tripping out, dude. They're having to revive him. And he's like, Madonna's a bad influence for you. No offense. No, it's all right.
That'd be a good one out. Also, yeah.
Puts a cigarette out on the dude's hand. This shit's awesome, dude. I'm just stoked. Like, this is awesome.
Like a
This is-
surgeon.
Dude. It's great, man. I mean,
It's-
Paradise.
Whoa,
This is what
dude.
it
He
is.
is jacked and all oily.
dude, it's Harry Potter is fucking ripped, dude. Having to fight fucking
Yeah.
he who must not be named, dude. He stayed jacked after it because he's
Dude,
down
this is
for any
the
fight.
Weird Al parody of Bohemian Rhapsody. That's what this is.
So awesome.
Just to think,
Essentially,
man. He
Live
lived in.
Of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, he lived in some cabinets, and now he's this.
James says he was cut when he did that nude play. Radcliffe has the same commitment to a part as Christian Bale. Fuck yeah.
Oh man, you guys, have you seen Swiss Army Man?
I have seen Swiss Army Man. That movie's ridiculous.
I have not
Where
seen it.
Daniel Radcliffe plays a farting corpse.
Yeah, and the dude like rides him across the water because of the gases in his corpse built up, and
What?
yeah,
Dude, it's
The
by
dude-
the Daniels, the same people who did Everything Everywhere All at Once, and it is bonkers. It's a fantastic movie, but it's super bonkers.
I can't wait to see Weird Al. I can't wait to see fucking the Pooh horror movie, dude. It's gonna be
yeah. The dude gets like stuck on a deserted island with a dead body, and and it's Daniel Radcliffe, and then like gases in his decomposing body build up that he starts farting, and the dude rides him across the water to
Like a jet ski.
safety. Yeah,
Please tell me I can. If anybody knows where I can stream this, let
it
me
was
know.
on Amazon for a while. I don't know if it's on Prime still or not.
Swiss
Oh
Army
my
Man is what it's called.
gosh.
You gotta see Swiss Army Man. But watch out. It'll have you questioning a lot of different things. Yep.
I can rent or buy on Amazon. It might be worth it.
It might be.
Yep.
So, should we do House of Dragons talk or should we do She-Hulk? Let's do House of Dragons because it sucks and it'll be quick. And then we'll skip over and we'll do She-Hulk. So, House of Dragons. Is anybody actually watching this show?
Yes, I love. This
I'm
show.
watching it. Yes.
I think it's fucking stupid.
Why?
It's dumb.
Why?
Dumb just like Game of Thrones is dumb.
You're
All right.
serious.
Well, Matt, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm liking it a lot. The only thing I'm really having a hard time with is the same complaint a lot of people had with the final season of Game of Thrones, is how it was kind of all over the place and the time skips, and that's kind of what they're doing here too. Is each episode is like a time, like there's like a 1 year difference between the ending of episode 1 and episode 2. and now it looks like there's going to be another time skip between episode 2 and episode 3. So
aren't they losing like half the cast for next season too?
What's that?
They're losing they're changing out like half the cast for season 2.
Yeah, apparently Elizabeth Olsen is campaigning really hard to get added to season 2 of this show, but
then I'll watch it.
It's been fun, man. Like, it's interesting to see. Like I said, I like diving into more into the Targaryen lore and seeing a lot of the prequel stuff, or as far as the Targaryens go, between, you know, since it's before the events of Game of Thrones and stuff. But we'll see how it goes. So far, 2 episodes in, I'm enjoying it. Matt Smith, even though he, like my fiance said, he's got an ugly face, he's very good at
horribly ugly.
There you go. Swiss Army Man is on Paramount Plus.
Perfect.
But he does a really good job in this show as Damien. Like, really, really good. So
Harmon says, fun fact, Targaryens founded Target department store.
Ooh.
Brilliant.
Very nice.
Pretty smart there.
But it just gets weird because it shows that it's a different time, because there's like, they try to marry the king to what, like a 12-year-old girl, because their whole process in this episode is that since the king lost his wife in episode 1 when she had to give birth and his son died, he names his daughter his heir, and then his brother Damien, played by Matt Smith, takes up a second wife with a whore that he used to bang at the local whorehouse, saying that she's with child and she's not. And so the Targaryen thing is they put eggs in the cradles with the baby, so that as the baby is growing up, they grow up with the dragon egg, and that becomes their dragon. So he steals the dragon egg that should have belonged to the king's son, and his daughter Rhaenyra goes to get it back, and all that stuff.
It's going to go down.
Yeah, they're trying. The 2 big houses are trying to merge, so his council's trying to get him to remarry, and they want him to remarry like his cousin's. It's literally his cousin's child, and she's like 12 years old.
But you don't have to lay with me till I'm 14.
Yeah, she says, I don't have to lay with you till I'm 14. And
at least they have rules.
Yeah, and then so the
Everybody's
king's
gotta
hand is pushing his daughter onto the king, and so you find out at the end of the second episode that he's going to take her as his next wife. And then they show episode 3, and it looks like they're about to have a child. They have a son who becomes his heir in episode 3. So, like I said, there's big time jumps between each episode so far.
Does it mention? I've seen both the episodes, but I couldn't remember. Does it mention how old the girl is that he decides to take as a bride? Does it?
No, I can't remember if it does or not.
Because they were spending all that time together, and I think we all saw that coming. Everybody saw that coming. Like in my opinion, everybody knew he was gonna ask her.
She's a teenager. That's about all I can remember. So
that's what I love about them high school girls.
It all
and your
comes
cousins
back
apparently back in those
My wife
days.
just gave me a funny look there, Chad.
It is kind of creepy, but like, I mean, everybody knew that. Like, that's how the bloodline was back then.
Yeah.
I would assume. Or is it in the
We're talking
future?
House of Dragons.
Is it back then, or is it in the future?
You're all related.
All of us.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's a Thresholds episode that we're all related, man. We could get deep on that.
Dude, we'll get into our latest.
I think that's
episode
a
later.
reality they don't want to go down. That's something they don't want to touch.
I'm
There's
willing
no
to
topic
strap
that we don't
in.
touch.
Are you gonna strap on?
We just
Yeah, dude. I received, bro. Well, you know this.
I don't know that at all.
He's a catcher. He's not a pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know that at all.
I'm little, man. I wouldn't work well in prison.
Harmon says he'll take his cutest cousin.
She's got his eyes.
Jesus, Harmon.
Yeah, dude.
So you still liking it though, right, Matt?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. So I'm excited for episode 3. I haven't found really a problem with this show. I like the storytelling and kind of like just the direction it's going in. So we'll see if it takes that Game of Thrones like turn for the worse. But right now, I feel like it's doing good.
It's
Hey, wait,
$10
says
million
Marco
an episode.
Go
$10 million
across the
bucks. It better be good. They're dropping $100 million on this, and it has to be good.
A lot of
And
it's
I
got to
love
be the
it.
CGI for the dragons.
They stepped up their CGI dragon game.
Yes.
There's been dragons in both episodes so far. So
Yep. Yeah, it was badass when she came in and dropped down on that. Was that be a bridge or a walkway they were on, and went and got her egg back?
fucking heart, dude.
What? I'm not allowed to look at the chat.
He said, no, you can look at the chat. You just don't respond in the chat.
Bro, why you gotta come at me aggressive like that?
It's not aggressive. I'm just clarifying. It's not like you're being punished.
Sam looks like he's just counting down the minutes so this is done.
Yeah, dude, I made Sam mad tonight too. I can't please anybody.
Do you even watch House of the Griffin?
No, sir, I do not.
You're not watching this Game of Thrones spinoff. What is it?
House of Dragon.
House of the Dragon. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
House of Dragon. These nuts across your face.
Set you up and walked you right into it. But I'm enjoying it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, apparently.
That's hilarious, dude. I was
surprised, Kyle. I thought Kyle would like the first episode, seeing how like dudes are getting their heads beaten in tournaments and just murdered in the streets.
I mean, that wasn't bad. It just like I thought the dick cutting off thing was just dumb.
Hey man, that's how they dealt with rapists back then.
Dude, that's actually real. That stuff is real.
I know. Lorraine Bobbitt has proved it to us.
There's a deep cut I haven't heard in years.
Yeah, man. Not even her, but it preceded Lorena Bobbitt by centuries. Yeah.
But all right, enough of this dumb talk.
No, dude, the joke is the best shit I've heard all day, man. I'm gonna steal that and use it tomorrow. I'm gonna ask everybody if they're watching this, and I'm gonna say that. Everybody I talk to.
Yeah, you'll be every favorite person. Yeah.
Yeah, I always am. No.
Shehulk episode 3.
That's where they got just the tip, huh?
Where's Lance?
We're not.
Oh, he's not allowed on this show.
No, Fit him in league. Last night was great.
No Lance.
Last night was great.
No Lance. So, did everybody watch She-Hulk this week?
Yes.
You know, I didn't get around to it. I was trying to.
No.
Trying to charge my tablet to watch it before the show tonight, and just couldn't get it.
So Jedi, what did you think of this episode?
Well, after everything that was discussed last night, I do kind of agree that this is an episode that didn't need to exist, but it was comical entertainment. And I look at She-Hulk like I look at a bag of popcorn. Like, I'm just gonna go there for quick fulfillment. It's a good series. I'll continue to watch it. I'll finish it. But
why? What was the consensus last night of She-Hulk?
It
ahead,
spun
Matt.
into an argument between me and Lance about when this show takes place, and how Lance felt like you shouldn't assume when this takes place, and then it spawned into looking up Gen Z terms because I said that She-Hulk is dummy thick, and I can watch her twerk all day, and then nobody understood what I meant by saying dummy thick. So
I know what that is.
It turned into me explaining what dummy thick is, and then turned
it was
into
a rabbit hole.
Other Gen Z terms like low key, and having to explain what low key meant. And
I mentioned the twerking to a couple guys that I'm working with today on She-Hulk, and then next thing you know, we went down a half-hour rabbit hole of all the memes that are out there of her twerking and how people have enhanced her rear. It's like, it kind of, obviously it's not a serious show, but like when they started the twerking and all that, it like made it like, what's the end goal here? It's fast entertainment for everybody to devour.
I think it's just a fun watch. It's just
exactly.
It's the perfect amount of time. It's just fun to watch it, and it's just and like what we have up on the screen now. I thought that was funny that they used. So when they bring it up, that part where it's got the comments, they actually used real Instagram comments about the show to base it on what was showing up.
So this guy's comment, B Tustin 3 or backwards, chill with the females, Marvel, comma Jesus. Is he making a comment to? Is he talking to Jesus? Because that's how I read it. Like, hey, chill with the female Marvel, Jesus. I'm
take
confused.
It with chill with the females, Marvel, Jesus.
I don't know, man. I think they're trying to talk to Jesus. Like Jesus put this out there.
I explained to Sam the other day why Jesus and God does not exist. Because if he did, Nubia and I would be living in San Diego right now because I've prayed that many times for that many years that that's where we should be living. And you know what?
I think
It has
Nubia's
fallen
praying harder.
Can you?
Nubia's
Yeah. Can
praying
you?
harder.
Can you speak French?
We.
No. Great.
So you
great
can't
point.
live in San Diego.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
I have horrible humor.
But I liked the episode. I thought it was funny. I liked the fourth wall breaking a lot. I like the fact that she makes the comment when they connect the A and B storylines and seeing the courtroom stuff where the dude's trying to get his money back because he was swindled by a shape-shifting.
That shit was hilarious.
And he thought he could really get her and still fought it, even like he wanted to go back and talk to her because he still thought he had a real chance.
That's 90% of men.
Megan Thee Stallion is like the weirdest cameo in a Marvel show or movie yet, but
I like Wong's other job
as a librarian.
Yes.
And I like how Jennifer's paralegal sent him a thirst trap by sending her a picture of her with a bunch of books.
It's just a fun show. People look way too deep into this shit.
Take it at face value. It's 30 minutes a week. That's it.
It's just a fun show. Just enjoy it for what it is.
I mean, I have to because I'm just not going to buy into it anymore. After the Mephisto debacle of WandaVision and how disappointed I was every week by Moon Knight, it's just kind of like, I'm just taking the show. I had no expectations for the show. I'm taking it at face value, and I'm enjoying watching it. So it's not.
You're right. AOA. San Diego is German for whale's vagina.
I thought it was French. Sig Harry.
Vagina. But supposedly episode 4 is supposed to have a big cameo in it.
Any predictions?
They need to stop with the cameos because they need to concentrate on her, and you guys need to not look forward to cameos.
I actually thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, right at the beginning of that episode. Yeah.
So no, it's a great show. It's fun to watch. It would never make a top 5, but it's a great show.
There are times where the CGI in this is like really, really bad.
Yes.
Like when she gets called into her boss's office and to see that because he wants her to represent her like old partner at the DA's office in the case against the light elf, the shape-shifting light elf from Asgard, and she's in Shehulk form. The CGI looks very bad.
I mean, that's kind of a Marvel trope now, though, isn't it?
It's starting to be, yes.
Bad CGI. Damn.
Sam, have you've seen the first 2 episodes?
Couple episodes, yeah. I was lukewarm on the first episode. I did enjoy the second episode. I was looking forward to the third episode, but got wrapped up in work and life and stuff. So
work is stupid. Work is for people who don't know how to fish.
Yeah, you know, if you work on the weekends, you've made some poor choices in life, I'm sure. But
bro, I work on the weekends.
My wife just made a sad face too.
I've made a lot. Yeah, dude, I'm working Sunday and Monday, so I've made a ton of poor choices in my life.
Yeah, but you own your own business. You have to.
I have no choice. But that's another episode.
All right, Hardman is asking for some legal thoughts. I take it. So,
Ooh, we should make a bumper thing for that, Matt. Legal thoughts with Sam.
So the court scene was realistic, and that Elf should be in prison, impersonating, committing sexual activities on Mr. Thoughts Sam. I'll have to review the episode and get back to you on that. One of the things that I like to do is watch shows and talk crimes I'm guilty of. Oh yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was going to ask you that if you watch a like court drama show, if you really like find yourself critiquing it because of your profession.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows that it's like this is not what being a lawyer is like, but there are a few shows that do it really well. Better Call Saul has really great lawyering. My Cousin Vinny actually has some great lawyering.
That's a great movie, man.
Two youths.
Lincoln Lawyer has terrible lawyering. It's a new series on Netflix that is not very good.
Have you seen the whole series?
Yeah. I saw the whole series. The Matthew McConaughey movie was way better lawyering than the Netflix series.
I've always been skeptical about watching that series. I'm like, I don't want to ruin the name, The Lincoln Lawyer. Is it worth watching?
I watched the whole thing start to finish, but my gripe was the lawyering just didn't make any sense. Otherwise, it was fine.
Who was that in with it? McConaughey. It was Ryan Felipe, right?
Yeah, Ryan Phillippe was the
Phillippe. I'm terrible with names.
It's all right. We all are.
It's all right. I could be saying it wrong.
I might check out that series. How long are those hour-long episodes? That's a commitment if it's an hour long.
That's too long. Everything needs to be like 27 minutes.
I agree. That's why I like the show Weeds. I'm sure everybody's seen some Weeds.
I've seen some weeds in my backyard.
I've seen it when you fucking thought you had some UFO shit and it was the moon, dummy. It was the fucking moon.
It did look like the moon when it was going fast.
Yeah, if it was like a 13-second time stamp, but it was hours of long footage.
Hey, we're not here to critique me. We're here to critique you.
My apologies. Go. Thank God. Sorry, Sam. So how long are those episodes of Lincoln Lawyer?
Into it too, man. He was
They're an
like,
hour
whoa! So
they're an hour. Nobody was roped in. We were just going along with it, man. We were vibing.
We were vibing.
We were vibing, man.
Did any of you guys watch the Rings of Power?
I've watched the first 20 minutes of it and bailed.
Didn't enjoy it, huh?
Didn't even bother. I didn't bother after I read the article that said Amazon shut off comments because it was getting review bombed.
It's getting review bombed for stupid reasons, but I just
like what?
Just because they don't like the casting in it and how they're saying that in Tolkien's time there should never be a person of color, and one of the main elves is a person of color, and it's ridiculous.
That's stupid.
It's very stupid. But all right, well, the consensus seems to be that we all like Shehulk except for Sam, who hasn't seen it. So
did you watch face value for the Rings thing?
I did watch the first 2 episodes.
What did you think?
What did you think of it?
I thought that was fine. It's a fantasy mystery at this point. The casting is nothing spectacular, but for reasons other than skin tone, the British, they're young people, British. They have accents. The guy that they have cast as Elrond doesn't really resemble Elrond.
Hubbard?
No, not L. Ron Hubbard, not Elrond. Elrond, Lord Elrond. Before he's Lord of Rivendell. So there's there's just a lot of things about it that's it's like, oh, okay, I'm going to have to set aside my expectations given to me by previous Lord of the Rings titles, books, movies, whatever experience you have had. You're going to set it aside and just take a deep breath and say, okay, I'm going to let them tell their story, even though there's a lot of contradictions with the stuff that I know from the series already. One of the things that everybody who's been a fan of Lord of the Rings knows is that dwarf women are almost indistinguishable from dwarf men because of the beards. They all have beards. There are no beards on these dwarf women. So it's kind of like Klingons from the Captain Kirk days to the Captain Picard. At what point get that ridge on their head because they didn't have it during the Kirk years. And like Worf says in Next Generation, we just talk about it.
Look at Sam spitting some Star Trek knowledge. If Ish was here, he just would have filled the cup.
Where is Ish?
He's sick. He's sick today. He's
still.
Yeah, he's having some stuff.
Man, hopefully he gets better, man.
At any rate, I thought it was better than the reviews. There's a lot of people who are just upset at like you said, Matt, just stupid things that they're upset about. But
I say this all the time with shows: is don't go into anything with any expectation. Oh, look, Bruce Jenner's here.
Totally not Hartman.
But
dude,
I think expectations ruin like 80% of shows.
Of everything in general.
Every time I come here, the steak sucks. What the fuck?
I will say the Galadriel storyline is the best part of the show. There's a lot of other things happening that haven't really turned into anything meaty right now, but the Galadriel part of it is really fun.
I mean, for me, like, I like the original trilogy. I've read the books, but just kind of like the way they just drew out The Hobbit and made it multiple movies. I was just like, I'm good. I've had my fill of Lord of the Rings for my life. I don't need to watch the show. It's visually stunning, but I was just very, very bored by it. And I was like, I'm going to go do something else. So I shut it off. But if I get back to it, It's not pressing, but I'm glad that you like it.
BK says, why don't they just simply make a new sword and sorcery series and leave Lord of the Rings alone?
Well, that's what this is. It's just that in order to give it some, credibility, they want to attach a known IP to it. Like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. They could have done that with any old bear. They attached a certain IP to it to get
No. It makes it way better than it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. It makes it way better.
Sam, the way you said that, you said with any old bear. With any old bear. And like a European.
European on my boot.
I have to admit, I know nothing about Lord of the Rings, and last night I committed to watching the first 3 movies by next Friday night, so
enjoy
make
that.
sure you watch the extended version.
No, hell no. We were talking about it last night, and then I started looking up the time, like the last one's like 4.5 hours.
Stop, Jedi. If some is good, more is better.
I got shit to do.
If some is good, more is you have to watch the extended version.
Fuck.
Just read the Spark Notes, dude. Do yourself a favor and read the Spark Notes.
Man.
Yeah, just the...
But I already paid for Amazon.
I want a 30-page dissertation on who Tom Bombadil is by next week.
30 pages? My guy, like, I can't even compose an email.
All right, so we're going to move on to everybody's favorite segment, worst and best cover of the week. So here we are. As we were going through this worst and best cover of the week, the first one is definitely this god-awful Peach Momoko cover.
Yes.
You can tell, you can truly tell now she is overworked. Her fingers hurt. She's out of ideas, and it's god-awful.
My fingers hurt.
They have worked-
stitching Nikes.
They have worked her to the bone. She needs to take a vacation, and she needs to just do less covers. And this proves it right here. This proves it more than that one Spider-Man cover with the long neck that she did. This is terrible.
The webbing is really nice. She did a really fantastic job on the webbing, and then
That's after her. That was before her fingers hurt.
I would say even like the Spider-Man side. I like her Spider-Man, but yeah, just something about the way that Peter Parker looks and the spider on his face, and
it's the spider on his face is kind of weird.
I don't know. It's not.
It doesn't look
dumb, stupid. That's not peach cocking.
Nope, it's not.
And of course, moving on. Anytime there's a Liefeld cover, it's time to rejoice for worst cover of the week, because the man went from can't draw feet to can't draw
jaw lines
or jaw.
Yeah,
lines.
that jawline is all jacked up.
Guns.
Upper lips.
Yeah, are those guns on his shoulder or like floodlights? Because they
I
look
think
like
the floodlights you
to
can
me.
see in the dark.
Dude, they are.
They're Johnny
taking
Five
the-
alive.
He's taking the
Those locos kick your
ass.
ass. Those locos kick your face.
And why does it look like instead of Deadpool holding his gun like this, he's holding it like this? Like he's trying to show it to you.
See, I almost drew a gun.
Yeah.
I like the Johnny Five reference. That's the best, dude. Little short circuit.
Glad somebody appreciates it.
I would say though that for worst cover of the week, this is a little bit better than the Peach Momoko cover.
Not by much.
No, it's
That's actually probably the best Deadpool I've seen him draw in a long time, but it's not like
Deadpool looks pretty good.
Yeah, again, he cut him off at the knees so he doesn't have to draw.
yeah, this is terrible.
So that's supposed to be Cable? Is that who that is?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not reading this book.
Dude, it's just terrible. So that was our worst covers of the week. If there is a worst cover, I beg you to find it, because there wasn't a worse one than these two.
Yeah. Moving on to best cover of the week, though.
Dude, I don't even read this, and you know what? It reminds me of fucking a Disturbed album cover. Maybe that's why I like it. No, I think this is a badass cover.
The Death Dealer, and it doesn't even give you like Opus Comics. It doesn't even give you like the issue number. Issue number 1, who knows? But it is a badass cover.
Yeah, it's cool.
Another great cover this week was Moon Knight, Black, White, and Blood.
Dude, they're on fire with these Moon Knight covers. Like I was telling Matt earlier before we started the show and we were finishing up with all the slides, I wish they would get Albuquerque to do a couple Moon Knight covers soon, because that's the way that these are drawn. It's right in his wheelhouse. It's the darker images, that like the way it's drawn. I would love to see a badass Albuquerque Moon Knight cover. So,
yeah, but
that's a badass cover. I like that. I haven't seen anything this week. I haven't been into a shop.
It was a light week, because usually when there's books that come out on like the last day of the month, of the 30th or the 31st, everybody's like already released their big books for the month, so it's usually just a light week. So,
and that's why I asked
wasn't
you
much.
that. That's why I asked you, like, okay, what should I pick up? Because I'm in a new town, and I'm like, okay, is it worth driving all the way across town to go pick up some stuff? So I took your advice, and I didn't grab anything, but I'll
Really, the only thing that was probably worth picking up this week, there were actually a lot of first appearance stuff that came out this week. We'll get into in the first appearance section, but Action Comics 1000, not Action Comics, but Amazing Fantasy 1000 is probably like the only book that I feel like is really worth picking up this week. But
America,
fuck yeah.
But
sticking with comics, Kyle showed me a post earlier this week, and it was like, we should talk about this on the show. And I think it's interesting debate, and it gets the chat involved. Is who should be on the Mount Rushmore of comics?
Not Superman.
Why not Superman?
Is that Superman? I thought that was John Cena.
John Cena, you wouldn't be able to see him.
No, I think John Cena's on it to the left of Spider-Man, but you just don't see him.
Oh, okay.
Where's the Shadow, man? The Shadow always knows.
So if it were my Mount Rushmore, I think it would be Spidey, for sure. It would be Batman. I would put Nightwing on there because he's just a stud. And then I would also have, who else would I put on there? Me. And then definitely me. And then I would put Deathstroke on there.
Ooh.
But that's the question, is like, what goes into deciding what qualifies you to be put on the Mount Rushmore of comics?
Awesomeness.
Because I think, like, if you go off of like the contribution that character has provided, you have to go Superman, you have to go Batman, Spidey, and then I think you maybe like even Rick Grimes over Captain America, but Captain America belongs there too. It's hard to pick a Mount Rushmore of this kind of thing. That's why I thought it was such an interesting topic, because I think you could get so many different points of view.
Yeah, it's crazy you went Rick Grimes. That's a unique perspective on Rick Grimes, because we're sitting here looking at like superheroes, and I was looking at superheroes, and you went Rick Grimes. It's like that's a good way to go, because I'd throw the Hulk on there, but Rick Grimes, like, you kind of have to if you're a Mount Rushmore.
Only because of what Walking Dead helped do for comics when it came out.
Yeah.
It kind of pushed comics back into people kind of, excitement again. Even though it was low print runs, and it brought around these new characters. And I think that's not bad.
So I'm ashamed to admit this, and I was chatting with Matt a little bit about it throughout the week, but I have never read any of the Walking Dead comics. I own some single.
So we're just gonna get rid of Jedi there.
But I picked up the compendium, and I want to finish this series by the end of the year because it deserves some respect, and I haven't given it any respect. It's because it's a commitment. It's just like I was saying to Sam earlier. One Piece is a fucking commitment. So Rick Grimes, yes, I've just seen the series.
I don't know, BK, because Spawn is not the cultural phenomenon that Walking Dead became.
What is?
Spawn. He's saying that Spawn has more impact than The Walking Dead.
No, absolutely not.
I think in the time, Spawn was everywhere. So it was, especially for as many as like #1 was printed and everything. And, how there was 1 million copies of that book out there. I could see then, but like, it was like, it's a cult classic. Spawn is like a cult, has like a cult following. But The Walking Dead is very mainstream now.
Right.
So that's why I kind of agree with Matt with the Rick Grimes thing.
So if we're looking at objective criteria, you'd want to look at popularity. You want to look at staying power, maybe sales numbers. I would say of the 4 that are up there, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman definitely are cemented on Mount Rushmore. But Captain America's spot, I think, is probably up for grabs. Ironically, the One Piece is now among the top selling comics worldwide, and it's outperformed Batman and Spider-Man. Just Superman left above it. But of course, this being a Mount Rushmore reference, you probably want to have just the Western comics being represented rather than having something.
That's a patriotic outlook. I really like that.
Something
Well,
from
it is Labor Day
overseas.
weekend. No.
Yeah, rather than bring something overseas. So staying power is one of the things that you want to have on the list, and so that's why I'd say maybe Walking Dead has a lot of impact, but does it have staying power?
Well, BK has a pretty good comment on that. He says Spawn is 30 years old and thriving. The Walking Dead is limping along in just under a decade.
But I don't think that's the case. Is Spawn thriving? Spawn can't get a new movie made. Spawn has no representation on TV anymore.
He gets us
they
some
have the old
toys.
Yeah,
every now and then.
He could sell toys, and he's got the comic book series. But like Kyle said, it's a very niche thing. Like Spawn has its core fans, and that's really where it sits at. The Walking Dead is still, even though its ratings aren't
burnt steak
where it used to be, it's still one of the most watched TV shows on network TV. It has spawned sequels. It continues to spawn this entire universe, and that's even after what 3 years since the comic, or 4 years since the comic ended, because I think it ended in 2019. So it's still going, and to revitalize Spawn, Mcfarlane had to spin out and create this whole new universe to even really give that Spawn interest a shot in the arm. But The Walking Dead is still very strong in a lot of ways, to where Spawn, I would argue, is the one that's limping along, because
I mean,
you're
Spawn,
not getting that representation anymore.
Who's truly reading Spawn? I'll pick up Spawn because they're cool covers, but who's truly reading Spawn? Like before Walking Dead ended, it was people were running to the comic book store to pick up the new issue of The Walking Dead.
Exactly. McFarlane was a genius when he created Spawn and Image. He was a full-blown genius. That was his deal. But Walking Dead, dude, it's primetime TV. It's Sunday night TV. I don't know if that's primetime. It's Sunday night. There's always going to be a spinoff of Walking. That's not going anywhere for a while. But to piggyback on what Sam mentioned, I know a lot of people that are into One Piece, and they're fucking hardcore into One Piece. Hardcore. So that has more staying power than anything else.
But again, I think we're trying to keep this to Western comics and probably strictly American, right?
What would you?
I don't want to put you in a box. I can't put you in a box, man. You deserve to be out of the box, jumping around.
But
I would argue that manga is so big it would deserve its own Mount Rushmore.
Because
BK is over here talking about the Mount Fuji of manga, and I think that's probably better.
Go. Yeah,
that's probably a better one. But I'm thinking, the Walking Dead. The problem with The Walking Dead is that it's just not very time tested yet. It's been around for probably 15 years.
Well, the comic came out in 2003. The very first issue came out.
So 19, 20 years. Okay. We're looking at it's competing with things that have been around for almost a century, right? The better part of a century. So I don't know. I don't know about Walking Dead. I don't know Rick Grimes, but Captain America is probably the weakest choice out of the four on that. And
absolutely.
But I don't know that there's anybody better.
Iron Man,
Wonder Woman.
Ooh, little Tony Stark, dude. Well, that's not a bad idea.
I think if you look at it though, you don't have DC Comics in any form without Superman. You don't have Marvel / Timely Comics in any form without Captain America.
I would say Hulk would probably be a contender to be up there. Hulk has been made and remade 100 times, and
Comics.
probably as iconic, if not more iconic, than Captain America.
I agree. Hulk, it would definitely take Captain America's place.
But we're talking about
Cap
Marvel
is-
and DC. Is there anybody outside of Marvel and DC that deserves to be on that mountain?
Rick Grimes.
Yeah, I was say Rick Grimes.
Yeah, who else has had a series like
Wolverine.
I don't think he has the staying power or the. I don't know. I don't know if he belongs in the Mount Rushmore because that's like a big.
What about? Hear me out. What about a Ninja Turtle?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I could see it.
I'd put a Ninja Turtle, a generic Ninja Turtle face up there instead of Captain America.
Yeah, I mean just toss
And
a
it's
turtle
left
up there.
over to your interpretation to decide which turtle it is.
Yeah, he's a white
One of the
belt. He's a
turtles.
white belt.
Yeah.
It's a they turtle.
That's a day turtle.
All inclusive.
But
That's a really good point because I wouldn't have thought I was going strictly human, Hulk. Human.
I don't know, BK. Did Spawn really carry the indie section? Like
No.
I don't at a
It
time
did
where
for it did for a while, and it really did help push off a lot of stuff for Image. It really did. But I would say for a while,
I would swap out Cap for Raphael. That's what I'd put up there.
I could see. I would just go with I could see Raph.
But it's a question you can ponder because it's a hard question. There's many ways to look at it. But let us know in the comment section below what you feel like your Mount Rushmore.
We won't say Mount Rushmore since it's a America thing, but like if you had a mountain to put faces on, what would be the anime faces you would put on? You'd put on Ichigo. For sure. Ichigo.
I'd start with Goku, then Luffy, Naruto, and at this
Vash
point,
Stampede.
probably
End of story.
What's
probably
the Death
Demon
Note?
Slayer.
The Demon Slayer over
You
Death
put
Note?
Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tanjiro Kamado is doing
Akira.
a lot. Akira's
I
a
don't
good
know,
one.
dude. That's Demon Slayer over. Oof.
Rukia.
I agree with you on Luffy, Naruto.
Yep.
Oh, Gon might be a good one. Someone's got Yu Yu Hakusho. VK's not happy with my choices there.
I mean, you got Full Metal Alchemist too, also like Ed, and that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Again, that fourth spot is a hard one.
Oh, my daughter says Ichigo, Black Star. What'd you say? Naruto. Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon's a good one. You'd have to throw a nod towards Sailor Moon on that one.
Put Voltron on there.
Yeah, so let us know in the comment section below who you would put on your Mount Rushmore / Mount Fuji of comic book and anime characters.
Mickey Mouse.
Be interesting to know. But let's move along here for the sake of time, and let's get
Mickey
into
Mouse, dude. Rat Fink, motherfucker.
our first appearances of the week. Like I was saying, that there is
Here
some
we go,
first
here we go.
appearances that came out this week. Amazing Fantasy 1000. Not only was it the 1000th issue, you get your first appearance of Conspirator, who is a man in a giant robotic suit, who's basically the Spider-Man
Looks like he's
version of
shooting
Scarecrow.
webs out of his wang.
Yeah, he's basically the Spider-Man version of Scarecrow. He uses a toxin to basically make you think your biggest nightmares are coming true.
They spelled crunch wrong.
So there's your first appearance for Action Comics 1000. Next, you had Thunderbolts issue 1. In the first appearance of the first issue of Thunderbolts, you got the first appearance of Guts and Glory, Egro the Unbreakable, the new Thunderbolts roster of Hawkeye, Spectrum, America Chavez, Power Man, Persuasion, who is the daughter of Purple Man, Guts and Glory.
Is that a Liefeld gun?
No, but it kind of looks like it, huh? And Egro the Unbreakable. So that's all the first appearances you got. Big first appearances, or I shouldn't say big, but a lot of first appearances in the first Thunderbolts issue. Up next, the Power Rangers Unlimited, which celebrated. It's a one-shot celebrating the 100th issue of Power Rangers. You got your first appearance of the Sister Supernova and the Death Ranger. A lot of people are saying the Death Ranger is going to be a big deal, so it might be worth picking that one up if you're into Power Rangers. And then in DC Saved by the Bella Reeve, you get your first appearance of Sydney, who is an ally of Damian and Jonathan Kent. Don't know if that's going to go anywhere, but this segment is just highlighting the first appearances that came out this week. And then in Gambit, you get the first appearance of Sol Rez, who's just a business mogul.
That's a cool cover.
Yeah, it's better than the alternate cover, which is a shirtless Gambit.
I know, that was terrible. That almost made the list.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. You get your those are all the first appearances from this week. So not saying that they're going to turn anything. It's just highlighting what the first appearances are this week. So this week, and now we're going on to our top 5. This week we just decided to do our top 5 TV shows.
I'll be right back. I got to take a quick.
Jedi's got to go take a poop, so he'll be back in a little bit.
A grumpy. No grumpy.
He's busting a grumpy.
So we'll start off here with the list. First off is my list. I had to do a couple honorable mentions because this was actually really hard for me. So my honorable mentions go like this: King of the Hill, Venture Brothers, Ballers. Any one of these could have found its top spot at my number 5. But I love King of the Hill. Venture Brothers was just some great nostalgia for me as a growing up towards the end of the Johnny Quest phase. It was just that little Johnny Quest feel. And then Ballers, I feel like, is one of the greatest sports shows ever.
I'm not a sports guy, and I enjoyed watching Ballers.
Yeah, really good show.
It's kind of cool when they do stuff like that shows kind of the other side of,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was cool.
But starting off at number 5 for me was Silicon Valley. This is a show that I've loved every season of. I would quote the show constantly, talk about scenes from it, enjoy every minute watching it. Trace Comas. You gotta get, if you're rich, you have to have cars with doors that go like this, not like this. So there's so much great comedy gold. Mike Judge is just the master of his craft, and the show is just fantastic. Number 4 for me, Eastbound and Down. It doesn't get much better than Kenny fucking Powers, man. Like, there's so many life lessons you can learn from Kenny fucking Powers, dude.
Dude, yeah, Kenny Powers was awesome.
Number 3, Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a series that I love. It's still near and dear to my heart. I like to rewatch it, and I can't wait to show my kid it one day. Number 2, Boy Meets World. This is a show that I grew up on that is still so good. I will watch anytime I see reruns. It's just kind of one of those guilty pleasure shows.
When this boy meets world.
My number 1 is Breaking Bad. For me, it's hard to find a TV show that has outdone Breaking Bad.
I can think of one.
Oh, I'm interested to see.
I think it's my next.
I think so, yes.
So this was really hard for me. I sat in bed and my wife and my daughter were laughing because I kind of based this on, now that I'm thinking about it, other shows are popping in my head, but I kind of based on stuff that I watch over and over again. And Below Deck, this is our Monday night, mine and my wife's Monday night, where this is what I look forward to, laying down in bed, sitting there,
yes,
watching Below Deck and going, holy shit, what the hell is going on with these people? These people are all nuts.
Yo, that is I drank way too much on Saturday night and I watch it all day Sunday show. That's a great selection. The chefs, dude, the chefs are the best.
Dude, most of them are dicks.
They're always falling in love and fighting with each other. Great pick.
If you're not watching
Great
the
pick.
show, you are just missing out.
You're fucking up.
Yeah, you really are.
Yeah.
Do you watch this, Matt?
I don't watch Below Deck. No.
Do you watch it, Sam?
No, I've never even heard of it.
You
Oh.
got to.
I bet your wife watches it.
Is it a reality show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, they get tipped fat money too on that show.
They work their asses off.
They're like,
Get the
here's 10
cat
grand.
under the water.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
why isn't that slide up yet? And then they go out and they get fucking hammered afterwards, and then they fight with each other. It's just they're either getting together or they're fighting or they're doing both. It's just a great show to watch.
It's a good reality show if you're a normal human.
What streaming service is Below Deck on? It's on
No, it's on Bravo.
it's on Bravo, so whatever does Bravo.
I'll look it up.
It's good.
It's awesome.
Put it on my
So
list.
my number 4 is Criminal Minds. I watch this show nonstop all the time. It's one of those, if it's on, I'm watching it. I was super bummed that they took it off of Netflix because I've probably watched it first season to last episode that they had on there. I probably watched it like 4 times. Easily.
I got
probably
good
watch
news
the
for you, Kyle.
reruns.
I think it's back on Netflix. My kids watch it nonstop.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. I tried to look for it like 3 days ago and it wasn't on there. CSI is not better, sir. That is an incorrect statement. So I just love this show. So my number 3 is
that here.
Supernatural.
Ooh.
Same thing. I just can't stop fucking watching this show. Drives Nubia crazy when I sit and start to watch it. Because she fucking hates it and she just doesn't understand the awesomeness of it. I am getting the star tattoo, so I never get possessed. It's just the way it is.
That's the two brothers, right? They're brothers?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking another show?
Demon
Are they
Sam,
happy
buddy.
and they're singing
Demon
and they're
Sam.
colored?
Dean really talks like this in real life too, because he's in The Boys. So, I know Sam is a huge Supernatural fan.
Yeah, my son's name is Dean.
So, okay, and my number 2, Scrubs. It's the fucking best show ever made. Ever made.
I feel like
It
the
must
show's
not.
better
It
than
must
that.
not be. It must not be
Except for
the
the
best
number
show. Yeah.
Second best show.
Second the best show ever made. But this is a show that okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to click it.
This is a show that, as everybody knows, it pushed boundaries.
Spoiler alert.
It pushed. Fuck it. Go to the first one.
Keep talking about Scrubs. I was about to insult you with Scrubs and be like, I feel like people who watch Scrubs are on the same level with people who just do nothing but watch Community over and over again.
I've never seen Scrubs. Never.
Dude, I just don't know if you can do this show, man. I have to. I do not watch Scrubs. It's awesome. It's funny it's one of those shows. It's funny every time you watch it. You know what it's gonna be, and they've got the best song, the Guy Love song. It's Guy Love between two guys. House is a really good one. House is an awesome one. And then so my number 1 show that I will never ever stop watching is The Big Bang Theory. I watch this show every fucking day. I have watched it since season 1. I watched it reruns. I watch it every day. This is the best show ever. It's still funny. I can quote almost every episode. It's great. The Simpsons is good. If you would have asked me a few years ago, I probably would have put Simpsons on there. Some of my runner-ups are Modern Family. Love that show. Psych.
I was actually surprised Psych didn't make it on your list.
There was lots of discussion about this today.
Yes. Monk. Oh, fucking Monk.
Man, you're all about the USA comedy serials. Yeah, I liked Psych.
So, but that's my top 5. If you don't like it, fight me.
I think we're a
Oh
Jedi
man,
now,
this must be me. So King of Queens, I'm sure everybody has seen it, but it's got a special place in my heart because my wife and I would always watch this together, and she reminds me of Carrie, and her mannerisms, everything reminds me of my wife. And I just think Leah Remini is beautiful, even though she was a crazy whack job with Scientology. Like, I just love the show. He drinks beer, he watches sports, he's just a normal, everyday Joe Schmo, and I love it. And it's always on. So that's why it was my number 5.
BK says Below Deck equals banned from all discussions.
No, man, you need to watch Below Deck. It's hilarious. Dead to Me. Have you guys seen Dead to Me?
Yes, Dead to Me is good.
Dead to Me, I think, is hilarious. Just because I could see this happening in these like upper like hoity-toity places. Spoiler alert. Christina Applegate's husband gets killed by a lady driving a car. It just so happens to be the brunette in the picture. They end up becoming friends through a support group, and shit just gets crazy all the time. There's 2 seasons out on Netflix. I think it was signed for a 3rd. Great show. I love it. I've seen them all several times.
Because of Married with Children, Christina Applegate will always have a place in my heart. And I will always watch it when she's in it.
And she's banging in this show.
Still, she's banging.
Banging.
So when I sat down with Christina Applegate, this almost made my list.
Yeah, Shameless. To me, it's everybody already knows. I don't even have to talk about this. Dysfunctional family. Frank Gallagher is a drunk. I love him. I think about slipping and falling all the time. All the time.
The problem with Shameless was it was great for quite a few seasons, and then it just like you kind of tell that they kind of ran out of ideas, and then once Fiona left, there was no point to watch the show.
The show got super political towards the end, but I just think I can't disregard the first like 2 or 3 seasons because of all the craziness that happened. And I'm sorry if I'm cutting in and out. It's prime time porn time at the hotel, I'm sure.
It's prime time.
It's
porn
true.
Time.
I'm sure it is. Let's hit number 2. Come on. Stranger Things, like this, when my wife was either pregnant or we were trying to do the dealio, we started watching Stranger Things, and it just became a
to get you in the mood, huh?
Dude, it just reminds me of growing up, arcades, everything. Everybody already knows Stranger Things is a great show.
Crazy
I had to put it on number 2. I had to put it at number 2. Numero uno. A Teacher. Has anybody seen this series?
I actually have, yes.
A Teacher.
Okay, it's 10 episodes. They're like 25 minutes a piece. I bet I've seen every episode half a dozen times.
Super good.
So this girl is a teacher, coincidentally, and
No shit, you don't say.
no shit. And she becomes infatuated with a student and vice versa, and they start having relations. Well, then it comes out and she gets busted, and he's kind of just a little wiener because he gets all butthurt because he's in love, she's in love, but she's married. It's great. If it was my son, I'd be giving him a high five and telling him, good job, you smashed the hottest teacher in the county. But unfortunately, that's not how it worked out. I love the show. It's super fast. 1 season. It is my favorite series. I always tell people, watch A Teacher. It's quick. It's easily digestible.
Kate Mara's so hot too. But what I like about this show too is that it shows both sides of it. So I mean, a lot of people have that mindset of, go you're smashing your hot teacher, but it does do a really good job of showing the effects that kind of inappropriate underage relationship has on the people, the kid involved in it too. So
yeah, and there's a warning at the beginning of the show, and I think at the end of the show that like tell you, fuck off. I don't love underage. It's just a great show, and it's a show that. And I threw this list together and I was like, okay, what have I watched over and over and over? And A Teacher is something that I watch it all the time, and I always find something new in those episodes. It's a great show. It was written well. She's hot. He's silly.
She's slamming, yeah.
What's that one show that you
Smoke
said
show.
All of Us, or
This Is Us.
Oh, that's what I was
Oh,
surprised
This
it
Is Us.
wasn't on Matt's list.
I do like that show a lot, but
I will never watch it again though, because I cried every episode.
So did Matt.
that's I didn't cry every episode, but that's how I feel. It was
The
so good
Wire.
at, but it's something I'll never go back and rewatch. So
He cried every episode. He told me.
You wouldn't watch it again?
what this
was
This
solid.
Is
I
Us or
liked
a
it.
teacher? What you liked? What, a teacher?
Oh, it was all bouncing it out, man. Somebody's buffering a donkey show next door.
There's two different fucking conversations going on here. One about a teacher and one about This Is Us. So we'll just go ahead and move on to Max's list.
Sam's.
Come on.
Sam's. God damn it. Sorry. I apologize.
Hey, we're all crunchers, former crunchers. It's okay.
Eventually, you'll get to Sam.
Yeah. Sam's list.
I didn't think I was a horror guy until Mike Flanagan came along and convinced me otherwise. Mike Flanagan has done a lot of horror. He did Gerald's Game, did Dr. Sleep, House, or the Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, and he's got more stuff coming out on Netflix. But any horror movie that has, or any horror series or movie that you have found to be transcendental, more than likely Mike Flanagan is behind it. And Midnight Mass was this show I was very excited to see.
Is that Walt's brother?
Walt Flanagan? I don't know who. I don't know the reference, but Midnight Mass blew me away. Midnight Mass blew me away. Freaking love this show. I've watched it several times, and so I would be remiss if I didn't give a nod to Mike Flanagan, my favorite horror director. I swapped this one out, but this is a show that I watch every year with my kids. Over the Garden Wall. Elijah Wood is the voice of the cone hat guy there. His name is Wirt. And whoever did the voice of Greg just absolutely captures childhood innocence and mischievousness. It's a fantastic short little series from Cartoon Network. Each episode is about 10 minutes long, and there's 10 of them. So you get through the whole thing in about less than 2 hours, about an hour and a half. Fantastic music, fantastic atmosphere. It's be scary for little kids. So it's not gonna, make you wet your bed or anything, but it is a fun watch, and there are some surprisingly dark tones to it. Parks and
If I'm
Recreation.
not wetting my bed, I'm out. I'm fucking out.
Parks and Recreation is the comedy series for this list here. I have rewatched this show many, many times. I was on on Reddit the other day, and I said they were talking about The Office, and I said, The Office is about bad people doing funny things, and Parks and Rec is about good people doing funny things. And it was a controversial take. A lot of people were like, the people on The Office aren't bad. And I would say, I would challenge you to reflect on the life choices of the people in The Office. And I think you'll see that they are bad people. Versus Parks and Rec, where everyone is good except the one boyfriend who lasted 2 seasons. Then they got replaced by Adam Scott and Chris Traeger. So Parks and Rec is a great show. Next. This is what I would say I would challenge you on doing better than Breaking Bad, because I think Better Call Saul is a better show than Breaking Bad. done by the same people. It's the same verse. Better Call Saul just had its finale. I think they absolutely nailed it. And we talked earlier. I think the law in the show is very, very good, and I can't wait to watch it again. It's so good. Lastly is the show that has been my primary source of entertainment. Not just the show, but the comics and the movies.
I think because he likes Parks and Rec less after hearing Sam's explanation of it. One Piece has been my primary source of entertainment for the last almost 20 years.
God, that's a commitment.
And I can't wait to see where they go with it. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Good. Nobody's gonna throw my bonus slide in there.
I did not make your real sex bonus slide. No spank bang for you.
Damn it!
I thought about putting Taxi Cab Confessions, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to go there.
Dude, my internet is terrible right now.
I was only joking, Sam. He loves you.
All right.
So
I can take
it. When Sam mentioned, you mentioned a character, Greg. It hit me with you were talking. I don't remember the show you were talking about. One of the main characters was Greg. Okay, so has anyone seen the HBO series Succession?
No.
Sorry, dead air.
Please watch one episode of Succession, and I guarantee if you're not hooked, I'll eat your ass.
Oh, okay. Well,
I am not taking that bet.
Yeah, that's nope. No, thank you. Anyways, moving on from
Succession is solid.
I could never get into The Sopranos.
The Succession is solid.
Airways got your back.
You got to think.
That's what's up, man.
Fuck, I can't even. I was maybe a teenager when The Sopranos was going on, so it was like not even on my radar.
Yeah, that was like the Clinton years.
Yeah, it wasn't even in my radar. So, but all right, it's time.
Bruce, I'm not allowed to talk to you.
Go ahead, Jedi.
No, man, Bruce. Succession's where it's at, man. I promise. It's not Succession. Succession.
You're the one over here talking about eating ass with it and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's how confident I am in the show.
Okay. Well, if he hasn't already done it enough on this show tonight, it's time to talk a little bit more anime with Sam.
Big anime news, and only the biggest of anime news for you guys. We keep it to the cream of the crop. 3 stories, no more. So Netflix is now streaming so many more anime titles. They're going to be launching Death Note Relight #1, Death Note Relight 2, and 13 other anime. You may have noticed that they've got the full series of Hunter x Hunter now on Netflix. So if you're into all of the Shonen Jump titles, now's your moment to shine on Netflix because they've hosted a whole bunch. Next. Speaking of Shonen Jump, they are canceling 2 titles in the next couple, or they already canceled one, which was Dororon. And they're going to be canceling another one, which is Earthchild, both of which, in my opinion, Dororon was better. Earthchild was is awful. It sucked so bad. I'm surprised it made it this long. But they're going to be replaced. The next one is Tokyo Demon Bride Story, and there's going to be another one called Ryuka and Dinka, I think is what it's called, Dinka and Ryuka. That starts on September 12th to replace those 2 titles. And the Demon Bride story, I think, is following in the success of a Ruri Dratch was a new series is very popular when it launched. The author has had health conditions, and so they haven't been able to continue. They're on hiatus for a couple weeks. But I think that's what we're going to be seeing. There's the very similar aesthetic. So hopefully these ones aren't stinkers like the last two that just got canceled.
Let's hope.
And finally, Hunter x Hunter's author Yoshihiro Togashi is hiring staff. Yay! He's been doing Hunter x Hunter himself, and it led to him having severe back problems and other health issues.
Sit there and draw forever.
Well, yeah, he developed basically carpal tunnel. That I don't think that he's got. I think he's just kind of saying hi there. I'm not sure that that's what he's going to be doing. But Hunter x Hunter's.
Sam makes up these titles.
It's all real, man. I put the links in our Google Doc so Matt knows that I'm not just making it up.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner last night, he said something about breaking your back as far as slang. So made me think of it.
What?
So yeah, Togashi has hired staff because he realizes that producing the chapters is more important than him producing it by himself under his own power. He's just coming off of a 3.5, almost 4-year hiatus because of health issues. So now, yeah, absolutely, it's time to get staff on board so we can get this series wrapped up. And that's it for the manga anime news. If you guys want to know more, let me know. Send me comments, send me a message on Triple D Dodgeball, and be happy to answer your questions. Hartman hits me up all the time.
Only news in Japan is they have injured wrist from working too much.
Yeah. Blow your back out.
Yeah.
All right, and it's time for our final segment of the night, Movie Wars.
So as you know, last week it was Tremors versus the Burbs. The Burbs won. And so now its competition is big. Tom Hanks versus Tom Hanks. So we've got the Burbs versus Big. What does everybody think?
Burbs,
It's Big
period.
for me. Nah, I love Big.
Big is such a great movie. So the piano scene's so iconic.
But that's the only scene that I remember is the piano scene. That's the only scene that popped into my mind when I thought Babe was like, oh, they're dancing
the
on a piano.
sleepover.
Dude, yeah, they had bunk beds and he didn't really know what was going on. She wanted to get it on. He just wanted to play. It was.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, Big is iconic.
It perfectly captures that childhood dream everybody has of what it's going to be like when you're an adult. And
I'm surprised
and
at your choice between if you love a teacher, you should love Big.
Go to the bar.
yeah,
Big was like one of those VHSs that I didn't rent all the time. The Burbs is one that I wore out, and I probably rewound that tape at least 20 times. Like, I always rented the Burbs. I loved it.
Yeah.
Jedi again loves underage sex.
No, bro. Like, I voted against Big, yo.
So it
I need
sounds
more
like
beer. I need more beer.
So let's run down the list then. Kyle, where do you fall?
I'm going with the Burbs.
We got
My
one for the
man.
Burb. I'm going for Big. Sam?
Big.
Big, 2 for Big. Stemling, the Burbs.
Period.
Okay, so we're split.
All
So
right,
it's up to the chat. Who's moving on, chat? Big or the Burbs?
Burb, my man. My man.
AOA says Burbs.
There's one for
My man.
Burbs.
3-2. Bruce Jenner, don't let me down, dude.
Lord BK says Big.
Piano is given. Bruce Jenner says Big.
Dude.
Oh man,
Lord
come
again
on.
says big.
So it's so
TK says big. Looks like
So
Big
it says
is going to
Big.
take it.
Well, obviously, Big's going down next week, so it'll be short lived, y'all.
all right. So I guess the takeaway from this is the big dick.
The big dick energy.
So it looks like Big will have the Burbs has lost. Big will now have a new competitor next week. So next week I'll have a new movie for us to compete with. Oh,
the reigning champ
Calm
always has
down.
another title shot.
I really thought Sean was going to come through and say the Burbs. I really did. He disappointed me. Still love you, man, but
Big it is.
I'm a little salty about this. I'm a little salty about this one. Where's that thumbs down at?
put it on Rennavision. So
There it is. Another episode of SNS in the books, boys.
we've got some dodgeball clips to show.
Oh, we do have dodgeball clips?
Yeah, so one of our guys is a 45-year-old legend. His name is Ted, and it was his birthday on Wednesday night, so we went freaking all out. It was a Ted-centric night. We explained the legend of Ted in the first clip.
Who has the clips?
Here, I'll bring him up then, I guess. I got it. You got it? Still nothing? No?
It's in the Google Doc.
All right, hold on.
Everybody, we're just going to sit here quiet for a minute while Matt...
The fuck, Matt?
Hey. Calm
Sorry,
yourself.
Sorry, sir.
If you guys didn't check out the last episode of Thresholds of Reality, it was an epic episode.
Which
It
one?
was Thresholds of Reality.
I'm like
I'm
2
refresh.
episodes behind, but I talk about your moon guy all the time.
Oh, he was awesome.
The bet I don't think we landed on the moon.
Nope, we didn't. You ready,
No,
Matt?
there's no way.
So we had, was it Bill Burrs on? Bill Byers.
Bill Burns.
Bill Burns. And this dude dropped knowledge. But let's hear Sam.
It's for some reason it's not allowing me to add the audio for this. So
Okay, we'll skip to the last clip then.
Hey, it's Tyler.
hold on, let me try this. Let me stop sharing.
You have to share the audio too.
Yeah, I am. It's just not coming through. Let's try
Turn
again.
it up.
I need to talk to the production manager.
Yeah, probably.
You're talking to him right now.
It's probably a good.
Which I'm talking to 3 of y'all.
Let me know if you can hear it. Hold on, let me refresh again.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's not even giving me the option to share audio anymore.
All right, just put up the picture. I'll take care of this.
Years old, Ted went bald
Dead air.
and had his second to last drink of water ever. And then when he was 12, went bald, he killed 2 stones with 1 bird.
I mean, there's a lot of dead air for the audio listeners here. So, I mean, do you want to explain what's going on, Sam?
And he used it all.
So the legend of Ted is that at various ages he did these amazing acts, and at 8 years old he went bald and he had his last drink of water. He's only smoked cigarettes ever since. And then actually, during our games, I've only seen him drink water one time. All the others he drinks cigarettes. That's him right there with the tattoos. And Brian says that at age 21, Ted conceived him. We made him a cake that's shaped like an ashtray, dumped water on his head, and it was a good time. I hope you guys check out Triple D Dodgeball. We do have a lot of fun. We got a lot of great clips. It'd be even better if you guys would come out and play if you're from Arizona, but understand that there's a heat and it's a drive for a lot of people, but we do have a good time. We're probably more fun to watch than the other dodgeball, the World Dodgeball Federation that had their tournament, their worldwide tournament this week. And USA.
Where's that hosted at? Who hosts that?
It's who
The
hosts
Ocho?
the World Dodgeball.
Correct.
It's you can watch it on Twitch TV, Dodgeball
Okay.
TTV on Twitch. But it's pretty boring stuff, honestly. We're way more fun.
Then we got another dodgeball clip here to share.
This is Ted going ham on everyone else in Triple D. And what we did was we set it up so that Ted and Tyler we did like a tag team match. So the two of them versus the other 6 people who showed up that night. And they ended up like camping on us, like getting all these spawn kills on us. As soon as we would run out after a tag, they'd hit us and force a rotation. So we didn't really think it through, but it was a lot of fun anyway.
Rip Ted.
You want me to share it, Matt?
Yeah.
So we got
Ted's in the back. It was so hot he had to take his shirt off. It was probably 102 degrees in that gym.
that's it. That's like a spring day here.
Wind up in the pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I would get bullied on in that dodgeball session. Look at that. Look at that's close quarter combat,
Yeah,
man.
it's
That's
so
Duke,
small.
that's Duke Nukem type shit.
Yeah, but they're not hitting him. Dude's like, yeah, it's a lot of
dude.
fun. But close
quick.
quarters is where it's at.
No, man. Yeah, I need
The
a
amount of-
gymnasium.
There's
The
absolute
amount of
geeks
Advil
max.
I'd have to take after this for my knees would be
Right?
insane.
Dude, my knee's still busted right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're always constantly pivoting and shifting.
Catch. It's over.
No, man. That'd be hard. That'd be hard.
So there you go. Happy birthday to Ted. Triple D Dodgeball, baby.
So
Follow on Instagram. Check us out live on Facebook.
and then check out the last episode of Thresholds of Reality. Actually, the last 2 episodes have been really good. We had Wendy and Rebecca on talking about some of their ghost hunts. We had what's his name again?
Bill Burns,
Bill Burns.
UFO hunter and expert.
Oh, dude, if the knowledge this dude drops, it was probably would have been our best interview if his audio didn't cut out and you had to read his lips. But he just dropped UFO knowledge, and it's a great episode. So guys, go check it out.
Who was the guy that was audio only? He's the last one that I caught in full.
That was
That's
Jeff
not the
Woolman.
UFO.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
a different UFO hunter that we had.
Okay.
So the cool
okay.
thing about the last guy we had on is most UFO sightings that are documented recently, he says
Right.
it's our own American technology. It's our own government's technology. It's our own technology. It's not really extraterrestrial. It's ours.
So wait, he's saying that everything that's being leaked is our own government technology. It's not actually.
So he's saying like the Phoenix Lights, that's our technology. He was saying like the
Basically, everything since the 80s has been us.
yeah.
I like that kind of stuff, man. Like I'm all about like I read a book called a long time ago, The Day After Roswell, and it is written by Colonel Philip J. Corso and how they reverse engineered the alien landing in Roswell, and that's how we have the B-2 bomber. And I love that stuff. So I'm glad that like 2 dudes that like I know through another podcast started that. So now it's like, okay, I can listen to these dudes talk about this because y'all are cool.
The one thing that you should know is that we don't really try to debunk anybody.
No,
nor
just
do we endorse anybody, but we're just
it's a
trying to see.
conversation.
We want to hear people's stories. We want to hear what they have to say, and we'll let you decide. We'll let you guys figure it out.
It's a conversation. Let's talk about this. Totally.
So head over to Thresholds of Reality when you guys are bored. Check it out. Like, subscribe, comment. This Tuesday we have another ghost hunter coming on. It's actually the UFO guy's wife from the other day.
Of course.
His wife coming on. So we're really excited about that. We've got some cool stuff lined up still. So with
when will you
Threshold,
see footage from the ghost hunt?
Right.
I think we're still putting that together.
That is probably going to be the 13th, September 13th.
I still think the footage is still being edited, isn't it?
Yeah.
So check it out. Head over to MCM and check them out if you want. If not, I don't care either way. But for Saturday Night Special, thanks for everybody that came to hang out. Sam needs to get out of here to go wrestle. Thank you, Jedi, for hanging out.
Yeah, man.
Always Matt. We love everybody in the chat. I'll be talking to Hartman as soon as this is done. We've got some guitar shit to talk about. So have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy your fucking 3-day weekend. Enjoy Labor Day. Don't labor at all on Monday, and have a great night.
I had to work all week.
Except for Jedi.
Yeah.